It's a Festivus miracle.
Happy Festivus, folks.
Happy Festivus.
Hope you guys are celebrating Festivus well. Let us know, did you air your grievances? Have we done the feats? I can't do the feats of strength this year. Terrence isn't even home yet. And I'm not doing it with my wife because she'll kick my ass. Then I'll be embarrassed. I can't do that live.
Yeah, I was looking forward to you and Terrence throwing down.
Yeah, so he bailed. So he won't be here until tomorrow. So it's just little old me. And we're celebrating Festivus tonight. Hope everybody's have a great day. Hope people are off tomorrow. I wish I was. I'm still debating. It's still early. So what happens. And so we're going to hang out tonight. Just chat with everybody in the chat. Have a couple of cocktails. And Bill and I will be sharing our top 10 Seinfeld episodes. And I hope you guys will share yours as well in the comments and let us know. No Brady this evening. Brady is at a Blackhawks game. So he was like, oh, I said, don't worry, dude. Just go have a great time. Bill and I will hold down the fort. We'll celebrate Festivus for the rest of us. And just
These
for that,
pretzels are making me thirsty.
Nice. And just in honor of Brady, since he couldn't make it tonight, I will make a donation in his name to the Human Fund. People helping people.
Yes.
I have my poll. Here's my poll. The poll is all set up right here. I have Michael watching over. He's got his Santa hat on in the background. He's overseeing everything. I kicked my daughter's cat out because it kept chewing on my tree, so I had to kick the cat out. Get that cat out of here. And yeah, we're doing good. George grabbing his poll already. I would expect nothing less. I would expect nothing less. Attaboy.
Jordan double fisting.
Hey, Paula, what's going on? Gory, what's going on?
Yo.
Jordan says, I'm the only one that said anything so far, and I'm still somehow ranked number 2. Fuck my life for real. Hey, welcome to my world, dude. Welcome to my life. So we're gonna hang out tonight.
Smell you coming.
Yeah,
Number
it knows.
2.
So to this fine evening, I have a plethora of things I will be going through to enjoy. I do have some more boozy nog, so I'll be having some of that. I have a couple of different beers, and the wife got this for me. Happy Festivus brings out the best in us. Festivus wine. So maybe we'll start off with that. We'll do a nice little toast. When it comes to wine, we believe the more the merrier. Celebrate the season with joy, laughter, and the soft, silky, delicious red wine. It's a perfect addition to all your holiday parties. This wine is dry, sweet, it's like in the middle. So, best screw top money can buy.
Very nice. I'm doing zombie dust tonight. Back to work, a little bit here and there. So figured it's Festivus. I'm going to treat myself. I got the good stuff. And I am drinking it out of my, like I said, it's an actual, these pretzels are making me thirsty glass.
Nice.
When me and Craig met George and Jerry up at the open bottle one year, these are the glasses they were giving away.
Oh, that's
it was
awesome.
A Seinfeld-themed Oktoberfest.
See, I don't have any Seinfeld glasses. So I'm having my Festivus wine in my Halloween, the Horror Nights glass that they get. They didn't give anything out. I bought a few years ago, so I'm enjoying that. But if you have, let's do a quick toast. Everybody, welcome that's hanging out with us. Thank you for all being here this year. Hope you're celebrating Festivus. If you're celebrating Festivus, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Scientology, whatever you celebrate, Church of the Fonz, cheers.
Merry Christmas, Hana Kwanzaa.
Oh, that's not bad. I just quit music, little bottle of wine.
And for later, whenever we do it, if we're going to do a shot at all, I got my Eagle Rare ready to go, but I'm going to pretend it's Hennigan's. You won't even stink afterwards.
You won't even stink. I'll have to grab something there in a bit. I got enough booze all around me. I'll start off with some wine, and then maybe have a beer. Then I'll have some nog, and see you guys passed out later. But you know what? Let's do this. Let's do our top. Hold up. Jeremy, what's up? They're Twix. They're all Twix.
Yes.
Nice.
And you're ripping me off.
We do have a Seinfeld fan, so we'll go through our top 10, and then we're just gonna hang out and just have fun. So I did do a spread. I did like a little Google Slides, which let me get it all set up here. I didn't get a chance to do bills because I was helping the wife, unfortunately. So let's see. So
yeah, I didn't have a chance either. I was like I said, I barely got home in time. You were originally supposed to start this at 7. I asked you about a week ago. I'm like, dude, I've been getting home at like 6 o'clock. Can you push it back an hour? And that was just enough time because I literally finished setting everything up, doing all my errands, eating dinner, showering, washing my work clothes, all this stuff. Sat down in this chair 2 minutes before the show started. So
best thing you did was have it pushed back because it worked out perfectly because I wasn't ready. That's why we started so late because I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Hey, my kiss brother in arms. Do either of you dudes have the Christmas Vacation Marty Moose eggnog glasses? No, I never bought them. I think Brett did.
I don't have one. They actually, last time I was at Binny's, they had them on sale there, but I didn't pick one up.
Yeah, they usually have them in FYE, and of course another FYE just closed by me, which really sucks. I went there to look for those Halloween 2 pint glasses like Brett was talking about, and the place is like empty. It's 50% off. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, not another fucking store closing. There's only one left.
To my knowledge, to my knowledge, I haven't had an FYE around me in years, like over a decade probably.
They just keep closing them. It sucks.
Yeah.
Jordan didn't do a top 10 list, but you can tag me in after you get through yours with Brett being absent. I'll drink and talk some Seinfeld. Like, yeah, maybe we'll have some guests come on later on. I know Miserable Mike, my neighbor, said he'll make a guest appearance. We'll have Jordan on, and we'll hang out. I was hoping Cody showed up. Where is it? Hold on. So Cody had said he had mailed something to me, and I don't know why it took forever to come, but it showed up yesterday, and I was hoping he'd be here. So he knows what a big Kiss fan I was, and it broke my heart when Ace died. So he must have saw this magnet and thought of me and sent me the magnet of Ace.
Sweet.
So shout out to my buddy Cody, which I thought was awesome to send it to me, and hopefully he's in the chat later. If not, I'll send him a message.
Well, you know Cody, he's either driving or he's working out. One or the other.
Yes. Yeah, and I do a lot of driving, but the other, no. Maybe after
when I work out. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Cody never takes too long to come. Now, how you know that, I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. Hey. Slasher Fred, what's up? Did you know that in Christmas Vacation, the part where Clark's boss gets kidnapped in his own home was originally supposed to happen to Wally in the original movie? So Roy Wally?
Yeah, I think so. I thought I heard that too.
But why would they kidnap him though? What did Roy Wally?
I don't know.
do?
I thought I heard something about that though.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about it. It doesn't make sense because why would they kidnap him? I mean, they kidnapped Eddie wanted to kidnap him because he screwed him out of his bonus. What did Roy Wally do? I mean, he screwed him in the first movie.
The place was closed. I think it's because the place was closed and he got there and he couldn't get in. And rather than go in, I think he went and kidnapped him and brought him back and made him open. Something like I know I heard about that somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was in a documentary or
I don't know. Bill, if you were wearing a plain black shirt, you look like a disembodied head floating around. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, instead I got the Krampus. I'm rocking the Krampus.
The Krampus. Andy, what's up, man? Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus.
So.
All right.
I do have some runners up, so I don't know if you want to do those first and then start our countdown.
No, let's do those after. Let's see. Let's go. I didn't even look at what you sent me because I wanted to be surprised since I thought it'd be nice to do this. It would look a little bit more professional, but when I knew I had no time, I'm like, I'm not even going to look at it.
Yeah.
I'd rather just wait.
Yeah, I had the same idea a couple of days ago. I was going to hit you up and say, should I send you pictures from each episode that I picked? And I just didn't have time.
I just put mine together as quick as I could today. That's when I thought, I'm like, you know what? If you send it to me, I could. But I just didn't have any time. I had to go back out to the store and get shit. But Brett's at a Blackhawks game. He might pop in the chat, or he might even show up later. I don't know. Probably not because I think we'll be off by the time the Blackhawk games is over. But if you want to go first, what is your number 10 Seinfeld episode? Oh wait, actually,
my number 10.
Before you even
Okay.
start, let's bring this up because I figure a lot of people would be bringing this up. Yeah, Adam the Woo unfortunately passed away at the age of 51 yesterday, which is when I was watching Sean's video with him yesterday, the one where they did 3 o'clock high. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday, rather. And then when I saw it, I was like, what? I just saw him in the video. My wife's like, what are you talking about? She doesn't know who he is because she doesn't follow anybody on there. And I said, he's 51. That hits me hard, man. That's a year older than you. That's 3 years younger than me. That's crazy shit.
I know that wouldn't hit me hard, man, because I was a big fan. I watched him almost daily. That was his show, The Daily Woo. He put a new video out every single day, basically. And man, that guy just went everywhere. His most recent video I sat and watched was amazing. He went to the island of Malta to visit the set of Popeye. That's still there from 1980. Yeah. Oh, it was and you could see he was so happy. He was so into it, And it's like, oh, that's all I kept thinking of yesterday was how happy he was in that video and what an achievement it was for him to finally get there. And just, man, yeah. I saw it last night, and I was literally about to go to bed. I posted that ad for Festivus for today, and I saw it. Someone had posted that he passed away just on that 1 second that I clicked on to see if it was on there.
Yeah, when you posted it,
and
that's when I saw it.
Yeah, right away I thought, is this a hoax? Is this one of those fake ones where somebody posts it and they run with it? And I looked, and it kind of seemed legit. So I did. I messaged Sean Clark, and I asked him, I go, is this real? And he got back. He said, unfortunately, yeah. And, it's like, man.
That's just crazy. And John said this about Adam the Woo. Like you, Pat, he provided an impartial point of view of pop culture 21st century. The Halloween movie collector gives us escapism just like Kiss and the 70s. I appreciate that, man. John's a good guy. John, after the first year, we'll have to have you on for the Kiss episode. We definitely got to have you back on for Kiss. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I mean, to cut you off, I just wanted to read it and put it down. It's just, I truthfully didn't watch him a lot, and not because I didn't like him. It's just I watched so many other things. But if something popped up that was interesting, I'd watch it. And then he was always, a lot of times with Sean, and obviously in Sean's latest video, which was just crazy. Well, I was like, what? I'm like, I just watched him. What the hell happened?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's that's my airing. I was trying to think of, I'm going to air some grievances. I have one big grievance, and that's fucking 2025. I'm ready to kick the shit out of this year and get rid of it, man. This year just sucks.
I agree. Not a good year.
So here, cheers to 2026. Hopefully it's a lot better than this shit was.
Cheers, rest in peace, Adam the Woo.
Yes, R.I.P. Adam the Woo.
Let's go through the chat real quick, then we'll get started. Hey, I'm happy to have on DVR Violent Night, Sinister, and I also have Clowns in the Cornfield. Which one do you think I should watch first? Oh, come on, it's Christmas time. You got to watch. I mean, Santa Sleigh's a lot of fun. Clowns in the Cornfield I wasn't the biggest fan of. I would do Violent Night. I loved Violent Night. I'm looking for part 2. I can't wait.
Yeah, if I had to pick out of those 3, I would definitely say Violent Night. But yeah, I watched Clowns in the Cornfield back, or maybe right before Halloween, and I went into it thinking the worst because I knew you said you hated it. And you said you didn't hate it. You said hate's a strong word, but you said you really didn't care for it.
I just didn't care for it, yeah.
So that's what I went in with, that attitude. And I wound up really enjoying it. Like, it was
that's great. That's awesome.
This is way better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, a lot of people liked it, and some people like me, like they weren't overwhelmed, like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. It definitely wasn't the worst thing ever. And I actually did watch it again because it was on, what the fuck did I watch it on? I watched it on one of the streaming services had it on, and I was watching it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I guess the second watch wasn't as bad, but it's one of those things I probably won't, if it's on, I'll watch it, but I definitely won't go back and be like, yeah, I got to go watch it again. I didn't dislike it, but it just didn't do anything for me. Yeah, it didn't do anything for me, but if other people found it and they really liked it, that's awesome. I'm not, you can't like this. No, dude, if you like it, that's awesome.
Maybe that's why I liked it, because I went in with just the lowest expectations, So
it's like you see like these people saying
it was at Joe Bob. Joe Bob played it, and I was like, wow. I was like, all right, I'm like, it's on. All right, I'm going to watch it, and I was like, wow, it's actually pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Like a lot of people are poo-pooing the new Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm sorry, dude. That was really fucking good. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It was
really all I've heard is good things.
I've seen a few people because I think you have those people that when they see people praising something, they got to be the negative to stand out.
Right.
Because they probably like it, but they're like, it's just like, stop it. No, stop.
Yeah.
There's
know the
Brady,
type.
buddy. Oh no, Bourbon County on tap at the United Center. I hope Cody isn't driving to Dallas.
Thank you, bitch.
No, he says, hey, Brett, no, Cody's sitting at a pull off on the side of the road taking pictures of cocks. Okay. Up there, see, you guys, you spoke his name and there he is. Cody, what's up, buddy? So, Cody, if you just got on.
Cody. Yes, Rip Adam the Woo. We just said that, yes.
And I was praising you because I did get your pin that you sent, the Ace Frehley pin, and I really appreciate it, dude. That was really cool. That was nice of you. So, it's displayed proudly here amongst all my Halloween pins. Right there. Thank you very much, buddy. That was awesome. I appreciate it. Very cool. Let's clear out what's going on in the chat, then we'll get going. See, is there anybody here? Which no, everybody's just chatting away. Let's see. John says, Pat, Brett, and Mr. Stein should do a New Jersey Kiss Locals video where they play their connections to the state and concert history of the Star Theater 90. Oh, I would definitely do that. That's not a bad idea. Maybe next year I'll try to do a locations thing, because I know a lot of people. There's a guy that's on YouTube that's done a few. Like he's done the location where they filmed. They took the picture for Dress to Kill, their loft, on the Lower East Side. Beacon Theater. There's a bunch of places. I would do that. I'm definitely game for that. You too, brother, man. It was awesome. I appreciate it. Andy says, question, would you ever do Return of the Living Dead with any of the remaining living cast members from any of the movies or sequels? Ever do Return of the Dead with, what do you mean? Like a watch along, or have them on? Yeah, explain. If I would, I'll take anybody that wants to come on. I mean, I would do Linnea Quigley. I mean, come on, I do her. I do Freddie's girlfriend. Even the chick with the weird, freaky, punk rock new wave hair. Do them all. Fuck, I'll do you right now. It's one of those. I'm at that point now. But no. Oh, collaborate. Yeah, I would definitely would. You know what? I always reaching out to people, trying to get people on, and sometimes they don't respond on their social media. Sometimes you have to go through, like, if they have an agent or whatever. So I send it out to a lot of people, and sometimes they respond and say yes. Sometimes they say get back to me later on, much like what's her name did, Sandy Johnson, who played Judith in the first Halloween. She was busy. She said reach it back out to me, and I did, and she'll be on January 11th, chatting with us. So we'll get to meet Michael's first kill. Sandy Johnson's coming on.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. You did mention that. Nice.
Yeah, January 11th should be on.
She was at the first flashback weekend I ever went to. I didn't meet her, but she was there.
Super nice, super sweet. If you ever met her, awesome. But yeah, let's do some Seinfeld. So what is your number 10 episode?
My number 10 is a 2-part episode from season 5. I believe it's episode 18, The Raincoats.
That may or may not be on my list.
Yeah, that's where, Jerry and his girlfriend make out during Schindler's List.
You were making out during Schindler's List?
Yes. And they would never find out if it wasn't for Newman. Saw them, and he was all, he's all up. So they made out during Schindler's List? Yes.
And that's when he's got all those raincoats, and he's going to sell all the raincoats. And but George sells off of doesn't he sell sells all Frank's cruise clothes?
Yeah,
the moths eat all the guy's stuff up.
At the store, Kramer starts shopping at the store Rudy's, and it's all vintage wear.
Yep.
And he buys that raincoat from there, the executive. And Seinfeld's parents are in town, and Morty sees it, and he goes, "Wait, hey, where'd you get that? Like, I'm the one who invented that coat." And he's like, "Oh, really? I bought it at the Rudy's. It's a hot item down there." He's like, "You don't say." He's got boxes of these things in his garage back in Florida. So he calls his neighbor, Jack Klompus, who is like one of my favorite characters in the entire series of Seinfeld. I love Jack Klompus.
What am I going to do with this candy now?
He's like, I couldn't get in. So I had to break the window. He's like, you broke the window? All you got to do is jiggle it. Get the hell out of here with your jiggle.
Nice.
But then, yeah, Morty and Kramer team up to sell his raincoats. Meanwhile, they're supposed to be going to Paris.
Right.
A charter flight. That's when Elaine's boyfriend comes into town, the close talker, which is our buddy boy from Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah, Judge Reinhold. And he talks really close. He takes him to the museum. Elaine's like, why is he being so nice to them? He just met him.
Yeah, he like adopts like George's parents. No, not George's parents. So yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Seinfeld. I thought it's Mr. and Mrs. Seinfeld. He adopts them.
Yeah, and then George's story that's going on at the same time is that's when that guy is trying to get him to become a big brother to like a little kid, and he's trying to get out of it. He's like makes up a lie that he's going to Paris, so then
trying to get them to send like postcards back.
Yeah, but then the guy's like, "Oh, great, his dad's in Paris. We've been trying to get him, so you can just take him with you, and you'll send me some postcards."
Slash Fred says, I think what made Seinfeld such an incredible show is that it came out during the time when audiences had seen most of family shows like Full House and Family Matters. Yeah, and it basically was an entire show of nothing. What's the show about? Nothing. It was just
nothing.
Just back and forth banter.
Oh, so much at the same time.
There was always a subject, but it was just mediocre
it's like
banter.
everyday shit. Like everyday shit, but just turned up to 11. It's like.
Yep.
I mean, that's my favorite part about Seinfeld is here's the perfect example is how many different storylines they have going on at the same time,
in one episode.
They all cross together. They all end, with a big culmination every time. It's it's my favorite show. You know it. That's why we're doing this. So yeah, the Raincoats is my number 10. All
right, my number 10, the Chinese restaurant, Seinfeld.
Nice.
Party of 4. So if you guys remember this, what's great about this episode, the entire episode just takes place in the Chinese restaurant. That's it. They're all in there waiting for their table, and they're getting pissed because like people keep coming through, and he's like, we were here first. He's a regular. So the regular goes in, and he's like, somebody else goes in, and he's like, they were here before you. He's like, no, they weren't. So James Hong is just breaking their fucking balls left and right. And they're just trying to go eat. Elaine's starving because they're trying to go see what movie they're supposed to go see.
It's
considered like the worst movie ever made.
Plan 9.
Plan 9 from Outer Space. They're supposed to go see it in the theater, so they're like, "Oh, we got to go eat and do this first." And it's just all the back and forth bantering. And you have what the hell is George's girlfriend's name at the time? God, it's my niece's name.
Oh God, he's waiting for the phone call from her.
Yeah, and he's freaking out, trying to get them off the fucking phone.
Yeah,
his girlfriend's name, Tatiana.
You can see him in the background. Yeah, yep. Tatiana. Yes.
Yeah, it's just the banter and the back and forth and the genius of James Hong just sticking them to him. And the second they walk out, Seinfeld, party of 4.
Yeah, every time they ask him how much longer is it going to be, that'll be about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, he just keeps breaking their. And the best is she's so hungry. Remember they challenged Elaine. We'll give you $50 if you go take food and eat off of somebody else's table. It was some older couple.
There's George's. Would you do it? For $50, I'd stick my face in their soup and blow.
So that's my number 10, the Chinese restaurant.
That's a great episode.
It's definitely a classic. It's classic.
Like I said, this was the hardest list I ever had to compile out of best of 10, top 10s. Just because every episode is great. It's so hard to narrow it down.
There's a lot of like episodes most people would probably know in my top 10 because it's one of those things like even if it's the most popular one and everybody knows it, it's like you can't deny it. It's like a song that's on the radio that's so overplayed, but then you do like a best of like say somebody's like a band's songs, and you're like, oh God, I'm so burnt out on this song, but you have to put it anyway because it's so damn good, whether you're bored of it or not or sick of it. You still have to put it on your list. So this was not easy.
No, not at all. There's so many classic episodes. I mean, like every episode is good. There's not a bad episode, I don't think.
No,
but
none.
There's so many classic, like epic.
Some are just
episodes.
better than others, and some are a little bit more memorable than others. But I can honestly say I don't think of one that was bad. They're just
I've never watched an episode with that sucked. Never, not once.
Never. Slasher Fred says Seinfeld felt like it was an inspiration to those shows which had young people in apartments, like Martin or Living Single or even Friends. No, definitely. It was. It was like they probably took a lot Friends because it was like a bunch of people hanging out. They're always hanging out. They're always hanging out in the diner here, but the Friends are always hanging out in the coffee shop. They all live. There's people that live in the same building. You got Kramer and Jerry living in the same building, and you have Newman in that building as well. So there's definitely a lot of they probably took from it. So it would definitely makes sense. But what's that?
Yeah, I love how every episode has different cast too. It's like the same four. There's a few like Newman comes on from time to time, their parents and stuff. But basically, every episode, Jerry has a different girlfriend. George has been, like they're Kramer, like all the other people are like just like in for one episode now. They're like special guests.
Didn't make my list, but you know what? They're real and they're spectacular. But it didn't make my list.
Yeah. So many great lines, just classic lines that you use all the time. All right, so my number 9 from season 8, episode 16, The Pothole.
Oh, The Pothole. No, I sure didn't have it on my list. Good one though.
Yeah, it's where Jerry accidentally knocks his girlfriend's toothbrush in the toilet. And he, Jerry, he's a super clean freak, so he's appalled by what he just did, but he doesn't want her to know. So he just bites the bullet and reaches in, grabs her toothbrush out, and puts it back. And before he has a chance he's trying to wash his hands. Before he has a chance to tell her, she's already picked it up and starts.
She's already brushing,
oblivious to what had just happened. And now he's disgusted by her.
Yep, because he always he finds something wrong with them, like another one that didn't make my list. When he's going out with the girl and they're eating the crab, and she's got man hands. He's always finding something particular, and it's great when Elaine's breaking his chops about it too. She always breaks his balls about it.
No, for sure.
But yeah, that's another great episode.
He does the same on her too when she's dating. He always picks out the thing, the quirks, leans into it. So yeah, the pothole, that's where he drops his toothbrush in, and then at the same time, George was on his way to Jerry's, and he jumped over the pothole, and his keys fell in, because he gets to Jerry's, he can't find his keys anywhere. So he backtracks. He goes, it must have been that pothole when I leaped over it. He goes back, and it's already filled in. They already put the cement over it. And he can hear he has the key ring of the guy, holy cow, I can't remember his name right now. But every time he steps on the pothole, he hears that from underneath. Holy cow! Holy cow! So he knows his keys are in there.
Yeah.
So he's got to try and hire a street crew to come in and chisel it out, but they want money. So he works out a deal with them where he's going to be the one who chisels it out and gets his keys back. And at the same time, Elaine orders the fish from the Chinese restaurant, but she's just outside the delivery boundary. So she goes to the apartment across the street and pretends that the janitor's closet is her apartment. She's always coming out like with a towel on her head, like she just got out of the shower, and she's trying to make it look like she lives in there, And then, but at the same time, then the woman in the building, the who runs the building, thinks she's really the janitor, and she's making Elaine do like odd jobs and stuff. Get that garbage out of the basement. Some of the kids have been putting it in their mouth, So, and then what was the other one in there? And then Kramer, that's when he adopts the stretch of highway.
Yes.
And then he widens the lanes. Remember, he blacks out so it's just, instead of 4 lanes, it's 2 giant lanes. So then it all culminates at the end where, what's his head? George is chiseling as Elaine's carrying garbage to go put in Jerry's car because he's trying to prove to his girlfriend that, garbage doesn't bother me. Filth doesn't bother me. He's trying to say that he's not disgusted by her. Go ahead, put that garbage in my nice, clean car. Elaine takes it, and she's like, ooh, wide lanes. And she's driving the whole length of lanes, and that old nasty like sewing machine falls out, and then Newman hits it as he's driving, and he's singing once, twice, 3 times. And then meanwhile, Kramer's trying to undo the paint with paint thinner and take off the paint to make it 4 lanes again. And he accidentally spills a whole 55-gallon drum across the highway. So Newman hits the sewing machine. It starts dragging underneath the mail truck. It's scraping, making sparks everywhere. He rolls over the paint thinner and just he's in flame. And that's how it ends. He's like, the humanity! And it just pauses on him.
I love it. He's like, the humanity. I love Wayne Knight. Wayne Knight was, he was so perfect. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Newman. Oh.
Yes. I mean, definitely the best villain. He's just a villain.
Davey Death Ray. Seinfeld is amazing. What a
What's
fucking
up?
show. We're living in a society. Oh God, I mean, it's just one of our favorites. I can tell. So late last night, so me and neighbor Mike will be popping in later. We were watching the Monday Night Football. What a hell of a game. Have a couple beers, and afterwards, we had a good buzz on it. We just sat there for like 2 hours and watched all Honeymooners episodes. and we know every word to like every freaking Honeymoon episode. It's ridiculous. So yeah, another one that's just great. Flash Red says the character Kramer was named after the classic '79 movie Kramer versus Kramer. Well, it was what the hell is a real? Well, it was also Kramer. There's a real Kenny Kramer. There's Kenny Kramer that they named it after.
That was Larry David's like real neighbor.
Yeah, and I met him at a con, and I actually have the Ass Man license plate that says Ass Man in the garage, and it's signed by Kenny Kramer because he was there.
Nice.
One of them. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So
Because that whole story with Peterman, where he goes on the real Peterman, that was all real. Because in real life, Kramer was like, "Hey, I'm the real Kramer," and he did a bus tour, and he was taking people around, showing them the sights.
Yeah.
So that episode was based on something that happened in real. All these episodes are basically stories that happen in real life to either one of the writers or one of these guys on the show. Most of them are all real, true stories that they just added onto and embellished for the show.
All right, so my number 9 is the parking garage.
Another classic, yes.
So they're going there to buy an air conditioner, and I've done this before too, where you forget where the fuck you parked your car, especially in a big parking garage, and they couldn't find Kramer's car. So they're walking around, and you got this is a nostalgic one too for me. So, and I'll explain why in a minute. So they're walking around. Of course, they have to piss, and they can't get to a bathroom, so they convince. So Jerry and George get convinced to go piss in the fucking what do you call it, in the parking garage, get caught, of course, get detained. And eventually, they're walking around. They can't figure out where the fuck they can find the car. So they manage to get this girl to give them all a lift. And of course, she's a Scientologist. And of course, George makes a comment about Scientology, and she kicks him the fuck out of the car. And it just so happens it's in front of Kramer's car that they get kicked out. Like, oh look, here it is. And then of course the car doesn't want to start, and they're still stuck there. And it's just it relates so much because I've been in the mall where I've parked. I couldn't find a fucking car, and you're carrying something heavy, and it pisses you off. And right around the time that this was I forget what year this was, season 3. It'd be the early 90s.
Season 3.
So I had gone to see the band The Damned, one of my favorite bands, and they were down South Jersey. And at the time, I was working for a cable company. So the night that they were playing, it was the night of a Halloween party that the company was throwing. So, and my old roommate picked me up, and he was coming with me, and I was pretty shit-faced because I was drinking at the party. And by the time I got down there, dude, I was like these guys. I had to piss so fucking bad. I'm like, I got to piss somewhere. So we went down an alleyway. I started pissing down an alleyway. Just as I started to piss, a cop car drives past. I'm like, fuck. Backs up, comes down the alleyway, and sees me, and I'm like, oh, what are you going to say? I wasn't doing it. There's a big puddle of piss on the wall over there. So they handcuffed me, put me back in the car. And they're like, it's public intoxication. They didn't even get me for that. They just got me for peeing in public. So they gave me a ticket for it, and you have to go to. It's a fucking mandatory court appearance. So I had to take a day off, go down to Long Branch, New Jersey, and go to the freaking court. And they're like, okay, they're like, the so and so versus Pat Ring, and I go up there, and they're like, what are you accused of? And like peeing in public, and all you hear is like everybody like, and the fucking laughing. Yeah. Because I was caught for being in public. It was a $250 fine.
Of course, that's all it is. They just want to money.
$300, and I was going to walk up to the cop and say, you know what, for $300, I should have got out of the cop car and finished fucking pissing if I knew I was going to pay $300.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't
pissed on the side of your car while I was at it.
So when I got caught, everybody was breaking my chops about it at work. They're like, oh my God, they're like just like in Seinfeld when Jerry George got caught pissing in the fucking parking garage.
All right, now here's some trivia for you. You should have used the same excuse that Jerry used when he got caught. What condition did he tell the security guard that he had?
That's right. He said it was a condition. What the hell was the condition?
Anyone out there know? Trivia?
I forget. How much is shitting in public? I can only imagine, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Hey, Leanna's here. Where is Leanna? There it is. The Marlboro Eye. Shut up, you old bag. Jerry's stealing the Marlboro Eye.
No one knows it?
I don't think
It was
so.
uromycetitis poisoning.
Oh, nice. I wouldn't remember that. I knew it was something weird. I'm glad nobody mentioned this in the Michael Richards had after. Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. He shot himself in the foot on that one. And yeah, folks, don't forget, hit that like button. It's the big salad. But they have the big salad.
Yeah.
Gotta have the big salad.
But you had to have the big salad.
So that's my number 9, folks. The parking garage. What's your number 8?
All right, my number 8 is from season 8, episode 8, the chicken roaster. And Kenny Rogers Roasters opens up across the street from
that just
Kramer.
missed my list, dude. That just missed my list.
Yeah. And the red light is shining in his apartment, and it's like he can't sleep. Oh, this is this red light. So, how did it work out? He starts hanging a banner over out his window to say, "Bad chicken, don't eat it here. The chicken's bad." And then, he winds up getting hooked on the chicken because Newman loves it, and he brings it over and he tries.
He was addicted
the whole
to
thing
it.
was he was trying to shut. That was it. He was trying to shut him down so that they would turn the red light off. And then remember, Jerry bumps into an old college buddy on the street. Like, hey, we haven't seen each other like, 20 years? Why don't we grab lunch? He's like, I'm on the way to a big meeting. He's like, blow it off, man. Come on. We haven't seen each other since college. Oh, okay. And they go out to lunch, and the big meeting was like a huge deal, and he winds up getting fired because he didn't show up. So then he has to get a job. He winds up working at Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Kenny Rogers Roasters, yep.
So now Jerry doesn't want it to close down because his buddy works there. And so he's telling Kramer, you got to pull your sign up. You can't be messing with him more. So he's like, all right, well, the only thing is we got to switch apartments then. So now Jerry's got to go deal with the red light. And remember, they switch roles. Like Kramer kind of becomes Jerry. He's talking all nice and talking to Elaine and George. Well, Jerry comes sliding in the door with his hair all pulled up. You never know what it's like in here. Everything's creaking and cracking. He's like, oh, I'm stressed. Remember, he had Mr. Marbles. They had a ventriloquist dummy. He hears it running in the middle of the night.
Oh God, yeah. That was when I was going through this. That made the short list. I was like, oh, I can't even fit in my top 10. But that's one of the best ones. It is. And for those who don't remember Kenny Rogers Roasters, that was a pretty big thing at the time. But it as much as it got popular, it died just as quick. It really did.
Yeah,
the chicken
briefly remember it.
And the chicken
I never
wasn't
ate
bad.
there.
Yeah,
I briefly remember it being a thing. I think there was one downtown Chicago at one point. I never went into it though. But yeah, that's the same episode where Elaine, she's the president of Peterman now because Peterman went crazy and
he went crazy
left the country and shit.
Yep.
So she goes crazy with the Peterman account. Remember, she's buying everything, and she buys that hat for George, that big Russian hat. And he's trying to get with the clerk at the store, the woman who works there. And he's like, she got a little Marissa Tomei thing going on, don't you think? And she's appalled by him. She hates him. Remember, he leaves the hat there to try and it's something I got to come back for. He's like, Costanza, by Menon, trying to get an earworm in her head. So you have that whole storyline going on. And then Peterman. At the end, you see him because Elaine has to go and find him to get the thing signed because she couldn't find the hat. Remember, everything was returned except for the hat, and they couldn't find it. And they thought that the Tomei chick stole it, so he steals her alarm clock or something like that. Yeah, just a great episode.
Slasher Red said, every episode would always have Jerry doing his stand-up jokes. Yep.
Yeah, and it was, honestly, huge fan of the show. I never liked Jerry's stand-up, man, ever. I don't find him funny when he's by himself.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's definitely better with the ensemble. It was an ensemble thing. It made them all better.
Yes, Leanna.
See, Leanna knows.
I can't believe you would say that.
Andy got to stand next to Kenny Rogers in person when he sang in a college choir when he would have. Oh, that's cool as hell. My mother adored Kenny Rogers to the point where she made my dad look like Kenny Rogers. And I'm not even kidding. I can show you a picture. He made him grow the beard and did the hair. And people would come over and be like, "Is this weird? Should we be worried about this?"
She made him learn all the lyrics to The Gambler.
Oh, she loved Kenny Rogers. And there's a picture where my dad looked just like him. I'll have to dig it out.
Was that him and Dolly Parton that sang "Islands in the Stream"?
Islands in the Stream. That is what we are. Yep.
Yeah.
The Gambler. I love Kramer at the end of the episode pathetically yelping, Kenny, 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 out of the window.
Yeah. Because isn't he rocking in the bed? His chest is all greasy from the chicken. He's eating
the chicken.
Bones everywhere.
Let me see what my list says next. Hold on. All right, so next one. For me, my number 8. The Deal. Season 2, episode 9.
Deal. Wow, yeah. Okay.
So you got Elaine and Jerry. They're sitting there watching TV just casually, and then of course like some like porn comes on like this with these people making out,
Yeah.
and they're thinking like, because they're both, definitely needing some, and they're like they make up, but the rules they make up about if we do this, these are the rules, like no talking after, no calling, we can't sleep over, and they're like, and I love the way I love what we have here. We can't go in there, and what's in there, we can't have this affecting that. But this is good, and they're both just doing all the hand fucking signals. It's just comedy gold. And then the best is after they do it, the next day he's at the diner, and he looks at George. He's like, George is eating. He's like, oh, I slept with Elaine last night. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, what?
Just choking.
He's like choking, and he's like, details. He says, I'm not talking. He's like, look. I'm miserable. Yeah. I am this or whatever. You're giving me details.
I have no job. I have no reason to even get up in the morning. You don't want to give details? Yeah. The dialogue is just excellent in the show.
And then it just gets weird because her birthday's there, and he's like, I don't know what to do about the birthday. What should we do? And they of course, they had to have sex the one night, and Jerry's starting to get up, and she's getting, where you going? He's like, well, this is part of the rule. It gets a little awkward, and then it's awkward because he's trying to figure out what the hell to get her for her birthday. What do you get? So he gives her $182 in cash.
Yeah,
it's just like, what is this? Well, you can go buy something, but it's just odd. It's like $182 in cash for a birthday gift.
Is it the same one where? That's not the same episode where he gives. George gives Elaine the jacket or the shirt with the red dot, is it? That's a different one.
No, that's the cashmere, right? It had the little mark on it, the cashmere shirt.
Yeah, the cashmere. Maybe it was. Yeah, okay.
An option to sleep over, but it's up to the person who's hosting. Correct. Yeah, that's right. Yep. So I love that. The awkwardness, it's just the whole banter they do on the couch that makes the episode. And because you're just like, he's like, and I like when he's thinking up new rules. He's like, and I'm thinking, well,
and that would be good. That would be good, but this is good.
But this is good too. But that would be good too. And it's just, just classic. Every time it comes on, my wife and I just fucking laugh. It's just hysterical. So that's my number. The Deal.
Nice. Well, so far we got some pretty different lists.
Joey,
plenty of episodes to choose from.
Joey, what's up? Just want to pop in and say hi. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Joey.
Happy Festivus.
It's a Festivus miracle. It's Joey. Awesome.
Yes.
It's a Festivus miracle.
There you go. To Andy, some of the other people in his choir group thought Kenny Rogers was not very friendly in person. Oh, really? Honestly, I don't know. I never heard anything bad about him, but I also never heard that he was not a nice person to meet in person. But yeah,
what else did he sing? Oh, he sang "Lady." Didn't he sing that song too?
Yeah, and Lucille. You picked the fine time to leave me, Lucille.
Wow, I haven't heard that
400
one in
children
like 40
in a
years.
crop in the field.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course his big one's The Gambler.
Yeah, The Gambler. Yeah, I mean, you gotta know
when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Kenny Rogers was hilarious on Reno 911. Oh, I forgot about that fucking show. That show was a riot.
Yeah, I never used to watch it. I know of it. I just never used to watch it.
I didn't see all of them. I did watch them from time to time, but it was funny Watching these episodes, you realize how the series came out during the time before the DVR and way before online streaming. Oh yeah, didn't what the hell was one episode? Wasn't one of them getting like one of the TiVos or something? Or was that
on this show?
Yeah. I thought it was towards the end. If it wasn't that, it was a different one. I can't remember.
I think the TiVo was something else. I know they had the one with the cable where Kramer was trying to hook Jerry up with the illegal cable, and he didn't want to do it. He was scared. Yeah. TiVo, though, that sounds so familiar, but I don't think that was Seinfeld.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
It sounds so familiar, though.
Yeah. So, all right. So, what's your number 7?
All right, my number 7 is another two-parter. Season 7, episode 14. The Cadillac, where Jerry gets a big payday out in a show in Atlantic City or whatever, and he says, you know what, I think I'm going to buy my dad a Cadillac. So he flies down to Florida, buys his dad a Cadillac. His dad always wanted a Cadillac his whole life.
Del Boca
and
Vista.
in doing so, here comes my favorite guy again, Jack Klompus. Comes over. Now I guess Morty was the new president down there at the Del Boca Vista condo complex or whatever. And he's the condo board president. And now, Jack Klompus sees he's got a brand new Cadillac. He's like, oh, my son bought it for me. He's like, your son?
Your son, I see this act.
Yeah, it's that son. But I just heard, he's like, you want to go take a ride? He's like, no. He's like, come on, take a ride. He's like, I don't want to take a ride. Believe me, I've ridden in a Cadillac before. Hundreds of times. Thousands. Oh, God. But you think you're a big shot now because you got a Cadillac?
Then they accuse him of embezzling money from from Del Boca Vista because he's got a caddy now.
Yeah, they say he's been stealing funds from the treasury and shit. Remember, then he shows up to dinner late. Like, you're going to go out to dinner, and it's like 4 o'clock. And Jerry's like, it's like 4 o'clock. I'm not force feeding myself, a steak at 4 o'clock to save a couple bucks. We'll go later. It'll be on me. So they show up as everyone else. Jack Klompus is coming out with a toothpick. You're never going to get a better meal than that. They're done. Here comes Morty just now pulling in for dinner. And he's like, must be nice to have that kind of money.
I love when Jerry with him and the pen. Take the pen. I don't want the pen.
Yes.
He wants to give you the pen.
That's where it all started.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was my shock. Like all these years, I never saw the movie Vamp until just a few years ago. And watching that for the first time, I'm like, hey, the main guy, the host guy at the strip club they go is Jack Klompus in that movie.
Oh yeah. That's true.
But yeah, what else happened in that? George that's the one where George goes on a date with Marissa Tomei. When he's like he's engaged, but he finds out that, oh, too bad you're engaged. My friend, you're really her type. Oh yeah, who's your friend? Marissa Tomei. He's the actress. So he starts watching.
She likes
all her
bald, quirky men.
Shit.
Remember bald, quirky, heavy-set men. She likes them.
Yeah.
And
then what else?
Then his fiance sees him on the couch dreaming, and he's like making out with the pillow, and she's like, "Okay."
Yeah, because he's watching My Cousin Vinny. And then he's watching Only You. She's like, Only You? That's another Marissa Tomei movie. You got a little thing for her? Little does she know. He's trying to get a date with her. Then that's also where Kramer tries to get revenge on the cable company. They call him up because he's been getting free HBO or whatever in Showtime.
And he keeps saying to be home. He won't let them in. They're disconnected. He won't let them in.
Yeah. He's like leading them. Like, remember they're chasing down the streets on rooftops? And then Elaine just, her story was she was just trying to gold dig on Jerry then after that, because when she finds out how much money he has, she's calling him up. You want me to come down to Florida? She's like, no.
Yeah. She's like floating her hair. She's like she's got all this money. Yeah. You can see she's getting all horned up.
Yeah.
And then as he's counting, he forgets. He's like, no, that's 300. And he's telling because she's counting along with him.
Yeah. Oh man.
Classic shit.
Yeah. Class. Yeah, I love it. Love it. That's that's my number 7, the Cadillac.
All right. So my next one is a classic. Everybody should know this one. And of course is The Hamptons.
Nice.
Season 5, episode 21. They all go away to the Hamptons for the weekend. and you got George's girlfriend who they're all sitting outside. She comes out topless because she wants to sunbathe topless. George finds out. He's pissed. He's like, well, I should get to see your girlfriend topless. He's like, what are you talking about? It's like, so, and of course he keeps barging in on her, trying to catch her. And like she'll have her pants on. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, sorry. So he goes swimming, and then when he comes up, he's changing, and she barges in on him. And the best is he's got his towel down. She looks down. She's like, sorry. Walks out like she's laughing. He's like, I was in the pool. I was in the pool. I was cold.
The way he's shaking his hands though too. I was in the pool. I was in the pool.
Shrinking. She's like, Delaney's like, it shrinks. She's like, I don't know how you guys walk around with those things. I have no idea.
And it's like, I had significant shrinkage. He's like, oh well. So I'm sure she knew that. You know, you just got out of the pool. He's like, women don't know about shrinkage. He's like, I think they do. So they pull Elaine in. Elaine. Do you know about shrinkage? She's like, what? You mean like laundry? Like, no. Like when a man goes swimming afterwards. She's like, it shrinks? I don't know how you guys walk around with those things. He's like a frightened turtle.
And the whole time, and Kramer's like, I'm going to treat everybody to dinner, and then he finds the lobster guys. They have their trap out. He steals all their fucking lobsters.
Yes.
He's like, oh God, this is great. And they're like, where did you get these lobsters, Kramer? This is great. He's like, oh, I just found them in a net down by the. He's like, what? He just stole all these guys' fucking lobsters.
Right before he stole the lobsters, remember he's trying to like impress everyone. There's that little montage of him on the beach, and he's up on the lifeguard stand, and he's got a group around him. He's like, "I'll talk," and the lifeguard comes, makes him get off.
Get out of here!
And it's also where Elaine, they would see the baby, and the doctor's there, and the doctor called Elaine breathtaking. She was like, "Oh, she was all smitten and everything." And then they said, "That's an ugly baby."
The baby's ugly. But she's like, it's breathtaking. She's like, well, wait a second. He just called that ugly baby breathtaking.
Yes. But then I think he looks at the sun or something. He's like, the sunset is quite breathtaking. See her in the background just getting all mean and shit, like biting on something.
Yeah, this is a good one. I always loved Hot and Heavy.
Yes, that's a great one too. That may or may not be on my list.
What do you got for number 6?
All right, number 6. Number 6 is from season 5, episode 10, The Cigar Store Indian.
Good one.
That's after George had moved back in with his parents. His parents were gone; they were out of town. So he has over, Jerry, Elaine, and Kramer at his house, and that's where Jerry puts the drink down on the coffee table and makes a ring on it. He's like, they're gonna be people over. He's like, so what? He's like, I'm not supposed to have parties when they're gone. Like he's like acting like he's a little kid,
like a little kid
at his parents' house and shit. Yeah, and he's like, this is a party. So he's like, come on, you gotta help me take it in. I gotta have this stain removed at the antique shop before they get back. So because of that, Jerry can't drive Elaine home because she's got people coming to her house and stuff. He's like, I can't. I got to take, George down. He goes, you can get the subway. So her and Kramer hop the subway, and he's like, here, take this to read. And he takes George's dad's TV guide. And he collects those, and she doesn't know that. So as soon as he gets home from the trip, right away, he said, where's the TV guide? Like he knows it's missing from the mail.
He knows it's missing.
Oh, Elaine took it. The nerve of that woman, stealing my collectible. And meanwhile, she's on the train. And she's got the TV guide, and then George Kramer's like, "You want a gyro?" That's what I had for dinner tonight. Honestly, I had a gyro for dinner.
Oh, nice.
That's back when they were brand new, kind of like it was trending and shit in the '90s. Where these things called gyros. I'm like, yeah, they got them on the subway station. They got them all wrapped up and ready to go. $5. You just run out and grab it. You're right back on the train. So he runs out with like 3 or 4 other people. They're all fighting to try and get a gyro and get back on. Meanwhile, Elaine's stuck reading the TV guide by herself, and that creep is across the way. Hey, are you reading the guide? And he starts talking, and she's all creeped out by him and shit. So then when she leaves, she forgets the TV guide. The creep picks it up and sees the address, and it's Frank Costanza. It just says F. Costanza. And then he cuts it all into a bouquet of flowers. He turns the whole TV guide into a bouquet of flowers and goes to bring it back to the Costanzas. What the hell did you put in my TV guide? there's just so many fucking things, hilarious moments in that episode. And then
It's
Jerry,
a good one.
while he's at the antique place, he sees a cigar store Indian. And he's like, maybe I'll buy that for Elaine, to make up for not driving her making her take the subway. So he buys a cigar store Indian, takes it to Elaine's house. She's having a party. She has a bunch of women over. He's trying to flirt with this girl, Winona, not knowing she's Native American. He's dancing around with the Indian. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Let's smoke 'em peace pipe. And she storms out of there. So he leaves it. Then Kramer shows up. He's like, oh, where'd this come from? He's like, you want it? You can have it. He's like, you're gonna lug. If you want to lug it uptown, I'll lug. So remember, he's outside. He stops Winona. He's like, sorry, I didn't know. And as he's saying it, Kramer's driving by with the Indian hanging out the window because it won't fit in the cab. He's like, hey, Jerry. Oh!
Good one.
There's just so many hilarious moments. And then George tries picking up the girl who works at the antique store. And she's like, I didn't know any cool men lived in this area. He's trying to pretend like it's his house and he just moved in and he's a big socialite from the city and everything. And he has sex with her in their parents' bed, but forgets the condom wrapper next to the bed. So when the parents come home, they find the condom wrapper. He's like, were you having sex in our bed? That's it. You're grounded. Yeah, it's just that whole episode. There's so many classic funny moments.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
This is good because we got a lot of different ones. I don't think we've had any crossover. No, we
haven't had a single one that was the same yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, there's so many great ones.
We do have. There's one that's coming up on my list that we did already.
Oh, I'm sure we have at least one, and I know exactly which one we have. I'm pretty sure.
All right. So for me, my number 6. Jimmy's down. Jimmy's down.
Nice.
No, I love the Jimmy episode where
yes.
I remember when me and my friend, when we first saw this, we were at work together. I was working for the cable company at the time, and all day long we were talking in the first person. I'm like, oh, Pat's getting hungry, man. And then Rich is like, dude, Rich is getting hungry too, man. And we would just like love this episode. We were in the first person for like days. And this is great because you have Jimmy who's in the first person. So they're all trying to do this deal where they're trying to sell these sneakers that he's got, these fancy sneakers.
Yeah.
Remember, you like it's got the little thing where you pump them up. And,
they look so stupid. They got the big flat thing on the bottom.
They're like this big round thing, big disc thing at the bottom. And while they're at the club, Elaine sees this real cute guy who's always working out, and she thinks the Jimmy they're talking about is that guy. It's not the Jimmy who's talking in first person. So
because Jimmy's talking to her in first person when he's saying it, he's like, Jimmy, really likes you.
Jimmy really likes you. He does.
That guy's Jimmy.
Jimmy really wants to take you out.
He's just talking about himself.
It's brilliant because she's thinking the whole time it's this other fucking guy just because he's talking in first person. I'm trying to think.
You know what I just thought of? Is he the same guy? Did he play the same character or a different character? I mean, but the same guy who played him in the one where Elaine was dating a commie at Christmas time? Was he the commie?
Oh God, I don't know. I have to go back and see.
I wonder because there's been a lot of times where someone on Seinfeld plays a character and then comes back years later and plays a different character. There's a lot of that going on. I'm wondering. It just hit me now when I'm looking at him laying there on the floor. Like, wait a minute. Is he the commie?
And this had 2 other plots on it, too, because you had this plot in the back. You also had the other plot in the background where George is working for the Yankees and his boss is coming in. And they said there's been a rash of thefts. So they're trying to figure out who it is. And he's sitting there eating that Kung Pao, so he's fucking sweating like crazy. So usually when you're guilty, you sweat. Yeah. So he's looking at him like, why is he sweating? He's so every time he sees him, he's eating the Kung Pao. And he's like, George, is everything okay? Because he's like, it was the Kung Pao. Because he was.
But he's talking like Jimmy. Remember, he starts adapting Jimmy's speech. He starts talking to himself. Like, George likes his chicken spicy.
George likes chicken spicy. George is getting upset.
Yeah.
And then you have also in the same episode you have Bryan Cranston playing the dentist, and Jerry's getting dental work done. And every time he goes under, he comes out, he sees Bryan Cranston and the nurse getting dressed like they were just fucking while he was sleeping.
Is that when he had the penthouse in the thing too, or no? In the waiting room?
Yes,
Is that a different episode?
No, that's the same
Yeah.
episode. He had the pen. He's like, okay, this is okay. I can get into this. But it's like very appropriate. So every time he goes back, he's like, I woke up. Mary's telling him. He's like, when I came to, they were like getting dressed. It's like they were doing something. I just crazy, brilliant stuff, man. That whole episode's got so much fun in it. So many layers.
That's the same episode where Kramer has the dental work done, and then he can't talk right, and he gets in the cab with that guy, and the guy thinks he's retarded because he's talking like that.
So he's supposed to. So that Mel Torme sees him, and he wants to say, well, he's doing a big benefit for people with that with learning disabilities, and and he just comes out and he's out singing. And he's like,
yes. You bring out the rain. He's looking at Kramer. Kramer's like he's the guest of honor, drooling and shit.
So many layers in just one episode. It's like there's 4 different parts in one fucking episode.
That's what makes this show so great, man.
Most my number 6.
Once it got to like season 4 or 5, almost every episode was like this, where there were all these storylines, all bouncing around, but they all tied up.
They got everything so perfect. It was like they were on cruise control for like the last 5 seasons. It was like cruise control. So for me, number 6, Pat's number 6. That's Pat's number 6. Pat likes Jimmy.
That's a great one. And again, we don't have any similarities.
Let's see. Let's check out the chat and see what everybody's saying.
Yeah. We're halfway through right now. That's halfway through the list.
Remember the BK shoes, the British Knights. We never had the money for TV Guide. We raw dogged it. No, we never got that. My parents never watched the TV Guide. We used to take we used to get the big fucking paper that was like 6 inches thick on Sundays, and it would always come with the TV one. So we always used that one. My dad's like, I ain't gotta pay for a fucking TV Guide when I got that. And
not us, man. We had a subscription. We always had the guide, the TV guide. We always got just like Frank. I looked forward to the fall preview issues. They were like double thick. And all the shows coming out for that season. Yeah, I was always a freak like that. I love that TV guide. The Cheers and Jeers section.
No, we never. My father always got that. The only 2 guys we had were the ones that came in the paper. It was called The Record. It was called the Bergen Record because it was Bergen County where I grew up. And we used to get the cable guide, the small little cable guide at the time they used to come out with because we had cable. Leanna says one of her favorite episodes is George while where they're playing My Baby Takes the Morning Train. He works from 9 to 5.
He works from 9 to 5. You know who sings that?
Lloyd. That's is that Juice Newton?
Sheena Easton.
Sheena Easton. Juice Newton was.
I didn't know that until like
Queen of Hearts, I think. Queen of Hearts.
5-6 years ago. I never knew that she sang that song.
Lloyd Braun. That didn't make my list, man, but that was another one that's so fucking good.
He was in like 3 episodes, and a different guy played him in the very first one. The one with the yogurt, the non-fat yogurt.
That was
the first time he was in it.
I know. That's $100 worth of gum.
That's when he had the giant glasses and he couldn't see nothing.
He had the big Coke bottle thick glasses. He's looking. He's like,
$100.
He's $100. He's like, okay.
Juice Newton. When Elaine was missing her button, and Lloyd Braun thought she was flirting with him.
She kept showing her cleavage. Yeah, Juice Newton. Yeah. I think wasn't that Queen of Hearts playing with the Queen of Hearts?
Yeah, that's Juice Newton for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was off on
Joker's not the only fool to do anything to you.
All right, so my number 5. So that was your number 5. All right, so my number 5 is.
No, I didn't do my number 5 yet.
Oh shit! Nope. That was number. So I did number 6 was my Jimmy. Oh,
Jimmy was the last one.
So you're number 5. You have to do your number 5. Sorry, we're just too busy chatting away. What's your number 5?
All right, my number 5 is from season 8, episode 3. The Bizarro Jerry.
Oh, God, I didn't have that on my list. And that's another tough one. It was hard.
Because the previous episode, Elaine was dating that guy who got a vasectomy for her.
Bill.
And then she decided, maybe I do want kids someday. He's like, yeah, maybe a lot of kids. The guy, Kevin.
Bill, we can't have you. We already have a Brett.
Yeah, so the next episode, he was in it, and then she didn't want to go out with him no more. She's like, can we just be friends? He's like, friends? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
like, come on by and hang out. And then she goes to his house, and he has a guy just like George sitting on his house. His name's Gene. And remember, his apartment is exactly like Jerry's, but backwards. And like, instead of like a bicycle on the wall, there's a unicycle.
Kramer is Feldman.
Yeah,
This is Feldman. He lives across the hall.
Instead of sliding in, he knocks every time. It's Feldman from across the hall. And he lets him in. And I remember he goes, hey, look who I ran into in the hallway. And it was, God, what was his name? Farkas. Instead of Newman.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey,
hello,
buddy, good
Farkas.
to see you.
And remember, they do like their antagonist. Hello, Farkas. And they're like, hey, what's going on? It's great seeing you.
They love each other. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, it's so great. And then that's also where what Leanna was just talking about. That's where Kramer gets the job at Brant Leland. All of a sudden, he has a job at the office. He's going on the train. Come on, baby.
That's the one. Yep.
And remember, he has like nothing in his suitcase but crackers. He's just showing up to work all day, just fucking off, eating crackers. They all love him.
He's hanging out at the water cooler
afterwards,
telling jokes. Yep.
He's at home. He's getting an ulcer because he's trying to do his reports. And Jerry's like the wife, the neglected wife. This dinner was for two, and he's throwing it away. You know, like
the best is at the end when the boss sits him down and says, "I don't know what this is. I don't think you know what you're doing." He's like, well, "I don't even work here." He's like, "That's the sad part," because he's like, "I have to let you go."
So difficult.
That's what makes it so difficult because you don't work here. They don't pay you.
he's like these reports you handed, and it seems as if you have no business training whatsoever. He's like, just trying to get ahead, you know.
Trying to get ahead.
He's like, I'll come in and work nights, weekends, you know, whatever it takes.
He's like, nah. He's like, no.
And what was the other thing in that one? George. That's when he's using the picture of Elaine's friend, who turns out to be Manhands.
Manhands.
That's the Manhands episode where he's using the picture at and he's saying, "This is my dead fiance, Susan." They're like, "Oh my God, she's beautiful. Hey, you want to dance?" You know, he's going out and dancing with models and shit because they think that was his fiance. Meanwhile, Jerry's dating the girl in the picture, and she's got man hands. So she's like, "Here, let me open your beer for you." He's like, "I don't want it anymore."
He's like, "It's like, here, you got something? You got something on your?" He's like, "No." And do you see the hand like?
The big old hand, like it's wiping out his face. He's all disgusted. What was wrong with her? She had man hands.
She had man hands.
That's like the best thing about the show. They had so many nicknames for all the different people. The close talker, the man hands. You know, everyone had a nickname. Remember there was the one with the high talker, Elaine's boyfriend had a real high voice.
Yep.
So she kept confusing her with the boyfriend.
Well, remember she was dating Putty when he went to the Devils game. She's like, I can't be with him. Why? He's a face painter.
Yeah, exactly. There's just so many nicknames for all these people. I think that's all there was in the Jerry dates man hands. Yeah.
Yeah, Slasher Fred, good thing you're bringing this up. The series finale is pretty much dark episode where they all wind up in the slammer. They're unsure where their future lies. Yeah, it was a very dark way to close everything out. I think that they were all going to jail because they didn't help the one kid. And they're like, you didn't help him. But then remember they bring everybody back from the series, the Soup Nazi. They brought all these people back. What the hell was his name?
He's a very, very bad man.
Yeah, Sabu. Very bad man.
That big giant finger.
Yeah, he's. Good stuff.
But yeah, did you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
You know what? Everybody's like, you're such a Seinfeld fan. You never watched it? I didn't because I never had HBO.
Yeah,
I did watch a few episodes here and there that I didn't get to see, but I never had HBO, so I never watched it.
It was basically just the exact same thing as Seinfeld. The same kind of stories like we're talking now where there's 3-4 different things going on and they all come together. I mean, the exact same writing because it's Larry David, you know, it's the exact same writing. And even like, I think it was season 7 was a total Seinfeld reunion because they were going to do a Seinfeld reunion special. So they got the whole team back together. But the whole season, that season, was them getting the team back together, filming the episode. Like, so these guys were in it the whole season. So it was like a real Seinfeld reunion. That was their way to shoehorn it in. And then the finale, I'm not going to ruin it, but they basically redid the same thing with the court at the end of the whole series and did a better spin on the Seinfeld ending. You know, like they basically did the exact same thing, but this time you were like, oh, okay. Like they just changed one little thing, you know? So it's a great way to like even make the finale of Seinfeld better, in a way. So yeah, it was really good. Really, really good.
George says, believe it or not, George isn't home right now. George isn't home. Please leave a message. Must be out, or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.
I just saw a thing about that, Jordan. They said that that literally took like 3 hours just to record that little song that he sang, because Jason Alexander is a classically trained singer. Like, he would be on Broadway and stuff all the time. So every time he sang it, it was too good. It sounded spectacular. And Larry David was like, no, do it again, do it shittier.
It can't sound good.
Do it again, do it shittier. So literally that's him just trying to be as shitty as he can be. Believe it or not, I'm not home. Like, he's trying to be bad on purpose. All right, we got it.
Look at Brady, break time. And I just brought this up. I think I told you guys my favorite episode, season 6, episode 23, The Face Painter.
Yes.
With the Devils.
Yes. Great episode. Alec Berg.
What's the matter? Talk to me, babe. What's the matter?
Like, Alec Berg. That's a great John Houseman name. Alec Berg. They're trying to talk like Buddy Boy from the beginning of The Fog. Alec Berg.
So all right. So my number 5. Here we go, folks. The Contest.
Classic. Almost on my list, but it didn't make it.
I love this one. It's because everybody knows they're all like trying to they're abstaining from masturbating, basically. And so they make a bet, $50, who can abstain the longest. So of course, and at the same time, you got this like pretty naked girl who's outside Jerry's window in the other building, who's always naked, and they're sitting there watching, and they're trying to avoid her because of course they're all trying to abstain. And what happens? Who's the first person to go out? I'm out. Kramer. So then you see progression through the film. Each one of them are tossing a turning because they can't sleep because they're not able to relieve their stress. And then, of course, you got Kramer at night like this. Sleeping like a fucking baby. Out like a light, sleeping like a fucking baby.
And as each one of them folds and loses, that person's now sleeping each time they show him, as it whittles down. Yeah, that's a fucking classic. And the best part of
you
bring that up. Go ahead.
Now, the best part of this episode is the other plot point, because they always have multiple things intertwining, is who does Jerry become friends with during this episode? Keith Hernandez from the 86 Mets World Series team. So they become buddies, and they're hanging out, and of course Elaine gets interested in him, and she's trying to avoid him because she's got this bet going. She doesn't want to have sex. Same thing with Jerry. He's telling his girlfriend, he's trying to abstain from having sex, so they're all completely fucking frustrated. And when you get Kramer and Newman walk in, and they see him, and then of course after he leaves because they're being rude to him, they're saying, "Oh, you remember the Game 6 of the World Series where he spit on Kramer?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" Then they go through the whole Zapruder film, just like the movie JFK. He's like, "Well, he spit, and he got me from here." Well, he was like back and to the left. And to the left. And they show him as he's spitting.
It looks like the footage.
They have it like grainy, like 8mm footage. When you see Kramer, he gets hit by the spit. He gets hit, and he's like, he goes back. Yes. And then you got Jerry's there with the pointer, and he's like, "Look, and that's this." And at the end, he goes, "That is one incredible loogie."
Yes. Nice job, pretty boy.
Then later on in the episode, Keith Hernandez is moving and asks Jerry, "Can you come help me move?" And he's like, "I don't know. This is like and he's telling me, he's like, he wants me to help him move. He's like, "I don't think we're at that point in our relationship." And they're like, "What are you talking about in your relationship?"
He's a man.
And then basically at the end of the episode, you see them. They all lose because they all give in, and then they're all sleeping great. And then who do you see Kramer sleeping with at the very end? He's sleeping with the hot chick that's in the building across because he hooked up with the hot chick that they were staring out the window at.
Yes, yeah, classic episode. That one, man. That one when that came on, that's kind of what put Seinfeld really on the map. I mean, it was already a hot show and stuff, but I remember after that episode, everybody was talking about Seinfeld. Like, oh, this episode, the contest. Because at that time, that was really taboo to talk about
It was risque. I
masturbation.
mean, they're always talking about how they're how they're masturbating. Oh, well, of course, how could I forget? George is masturbating. That's what starts the whole thing. He gets caught by his mom, and then she gets in trouble. She's in the hospital because she falls and hurts her back.
Yes,
that's what causes the whole thing.
Glamour magazine.
He's jerking off to a Glamour magazine. How could I even forget? That's what caused the whole fucking ripple effect.
Yes. I remember he goes to visit his mom in the hospital, and the patient next to him is like a hot chick. You can only see him through the curtain, and
you see
hot
the
nurse comes to give her a sponge bath.
He's giving a sponge bath.
So he comes back to visit his mom at the same time the next day, so he can go watch the show. And she's like, give me a sandwich in a minute,
Ma. Leanna knows the shadows behind the curtain in the hospital. Yep, we'll just get a sponge bath.
Yes.
Jordan.
Like I said, that one narrowly missed my list.
Jordan would have been the first person out. All right, you have to abstain from masturbating for how long? I'm out. Jordan, we didn't even stop. We didn't even have a chance.
While you're still talking, Jordan's already taking his $50 out and throwing it down.
Yeah, contest classic. That's my number 5.
Yes, that is a classic.
You got number 4.
Wow, we still don't have any the same.
We definitely have one, and we'll get to it. Yep.
I think this one is definitely one that we're gonna have the same, and that one is season 9, episode 10, The Strike.
It's going to be on my list.
That's my number 4.
It's coming up.
My number 4.
That's the reason we're here.
So that's Festivus. That's Festivus.
It's Festivus,
the strike
baby.
is where Kramer goes back to work. Apparently,
strike.
From H&H for 12 years.
And that's what you did for a living? You've been on strike all this time? He made bagels.
It's embarrassing. And then that's also where, of course, it's Christmas, and George is like, everybody's always giving me these donation cards. Like, it's like today they took my gift and gave it to someone else. So he decides to use the same idea to everyone at his office and gives them a fake card called the Human Fund.
The Human
Fund.
People. People helping people.
Remember he gets to Kruger, he looks at, whatever. And then later on, he comes back, he's like, hey, the company wanted me to throw some money towards a charity for Christmas this year, so what the hell? Yours is as good as any here. And he just give him like 10 grand or 20 grand.
It's something ridiculous. Yeah.
It might have been 50. It might have been like 50 grand.
It was something like obscene.
Fund. Yes. And George just like shows it to Jerry. He's like, well, you're giving it back, right? He's like, I don't know. He's like, what do you mean?
And
like, maybe I could take this money and really do some good for some people.
Hey,
if you want to do something good, you could start by giving back the check.
Hey, look. Hey, Bill, I could be a philanthropist.
Yes.
Remember, he's like, I could be a philanthropist.
Yes.
And then, of course, Kruger, Mr. Kruger, he goes, oh, Mr. Kruger. He's like, you know what? He's like, George, the company came back to me. They never heard of this fund. And he's like, well, it's something different because, he was telling them all about the history of Festivus. We don't
celebrate Christmas.
We don't celebrate it. He's just like, do you want to see? He's like, I think I'm going to have to see this. So he finds out
so Kruger comes
and then, of course, you have Kramer who actually goes back to work.
Not for that.
So Kramer goes back to work, and then Mr. Costanza's telling him about it, and he's telling the guy at the bagel store, look, I want off of Festivus. He's like, what are you talking about? You're infringing on my right to have off to celebrate religious holidays. He's like, what are you talking about, Festivus?
No, new holidays. You're infringing on my right to celebrate new holidays. He's like,
and then he goes back on strike.
Yep. Well, it's going to be, we're back on strike. That's where Jerry's dating the Two-Face, too. He meets the girl at the party. I think it's Tim Watley's party.
I've seen Jerry's girlfriend there, and you're not her.
Yeah, and she like looks really good in good light, but if you get her in the wrong light, she looks all sunken in, and her eyes look sunken. She looks horrible in bad light. You know,
terrible.
And then that's also where at the same party, Elaine meets that guy Denim Vest. He comes over and he wants her number, and she gives a fake number to a horse track racing place, but writes it on her atomic sub card on accident. She's one sub away from getting a free sub after eating like 20 bad subs. She wants to get that last one so she can get a free sub.
Yep.
And she wrote the number on that card, so now she has to meet up with this joker
to get the
try and get her card back. And she winds up at the dog track or wherever it is, a horse track place. And they're like, Elaine Bennis. we've gotten a lot of calls over the years for an Elaine Venice. Like she's been giving this number to every guy she meets, that she doesn't really want to go out with. So Kramer winds up there and winds up inviting these guys back to George's dad's house for Festivus.
To the Festivus celebration.
Like, I ran into these guys and they said they were looking for you. And I said, I'm going to see it right now. It's a Festivus miracle. So here's Festivus. The first Festivus in years is Frank and George and Mr. Kruger and Jerry and his two-faced girlfriend, Elaine, and these two guys from the horse track betting place. And it was Elaine. It was the same time. She was in H&H Bagel waiting for Denim Vest or whatever it was to come or somebody to call or something. Remember? And then the steam pipe
broke. Yep.
And she got all steamed out, so her mascara. And then that's when she went to Festivus. And then Jerry's two-faced girl shows up. She's like, this must be the girl I'm hearing things about who's ugly.
He's like, hey, leave me alone. I've been in shits
for 5 hours. Yeah. Oh, so much going on.
And the best
part
is
this is on your list, which I know it is, we'll revisit the rest of the stories from this.
Yeah, we'll revisit. We'll tell more about it because it's definitely high up.
There's so much in this episode. Definitely a reason why it's in our top 5.
All right. So for me, my number 4 is the boy. Actually, no, the boyfriend was number 4. Did I do that? Did I do mine in the contest? Oh, no, I'm sorry. So the boyfriend was actually the one with Keith. The boyfriend is the Keith Hernandez one. I was saying.
Oh, so they were two separate ones.
It's 2 separate ones. So, and this is a 2-part episode. There's actually another one that comes up 2 parts. I have to write. I did write notes because I'm going to forget little things. There's usually multiple parts to shit. So for the boyfriend,
there's so much going on in the episodes. I had to write it all down.
Yeah, so this is the one that's actually, there's a Bruta film. Yeah, I was reading it backwards. This is the one.
These are literally my notes, people. These are literally my notes.
This is where Leanna's mentioned. This is where you hear Art Vandelay. Vandelay Industries.
One of many times.
The very end of the episode 17, remember, because he's trying to get that job, and he says, I get an opportunity with Vandelay Industries. They're going to call.
Yes,
so he calls. Remember, he shows up before he uses the bathroom. He's talking to Jerry, and he says, "Look, they're going to call you about hiring me." And he's like, "It's Vandelay Enterprise. Well, what do we produce? Latex, and you're going to hire me to be your manager." He's like, "I'm going to hire you to be my latex manager." I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's just the way he says, like, I don't think so.
I know.
And of course, he's in the bathroom, and then who comes in? Kramer comes in and answers the phone. What are you talking about? There's no Vandelay here. He's like, Vandelay. He comes running out, and he just falls flat on his fucking face with his drawers down.
Because everybody in the room is in on it. Everybody knows that if someone calls, you got to answer the phone. Vandelay Industries. Except for Kramer. He just comes walking in, and the phone rings, and he's the one that picks it up. Yeah, what Delay Industries? No, you're way off.
And
this is an apartment.
And this is also the one. Where is it? Hold on a second. I know I wrote another thing. Remember, he said he's trying to get unemployment, and she sees the picture of the unemployment lady's daughter, and he says, "Look." So she sets her up, thinking like, "All right, if I go out with the daughter, I'm in with her, and I'll get my unemployment." And she's just a complete fucking bitch. She can't stand him. And he takes her out. What does he take her out for? A Big Mac. And then, of course, she like dumps him because she's like, "Well, I can't be with you. You don't have a fucking job."
Yeah.
She's a chubby chaser. Yeah, she's a chubby chaser.
He's just trying anything to stay on unemployment, you know? Yeah, that's great. That's a classic, too.
Yeah, they all bled into each other. I was thinking about the Keith and Hernandez. I'm like, no, that's not the right episode. It's this fucking episode.
And you want to be my latex salesman. He's laying on the floor in his underwear, pounding his fists. Pants around his ankles.
So what's your number 3?
Well, do we want to do a shot now before we hit the top 3, or do you want to save it for number 1?
Oh, we could do that. I have Jameson right here. I'll just have Jameson. Oh, you know what? I'm going to hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, people in the chat just know this was, I took this very seriously. Seinfeld is my favorite show ever, my favorite sitcom of all time. So I literally watched the entire series, all 9 seasons, probably about 3 times back to back before I finally started putting my favorites to
Bill
paper.
labored
Just
for
because I
months
wanted
over this.
dude, since I met you, this is one of the first things me and you discussed. Oh, you're a Seinfeld fan? Oh, we should do our top 10 someday. It's finally like 2 and plus years later, here we are. So at least we finally did it, man. This is
That's
great.
right.
I'm really
When we
digging
talked about
this.
doing Festivus, you're like, we should do our top 10. I'm like, we might as well. It's Festivus. It's a
Fuck
Festivus
yeah,
for the
it's
rest
perfect
of us.
timing. And I'm having a
So
blast, and it sounds like the chat's having a blast. We got a lot of Seinfeld fans out there. But yeah, just know I took this very serious. And then I whittled, from all 9 seasons, I whittled it down to a top 22. That's as close as I could get it. And from those 22 episodes, I watched those again. And it was just like, my wife was like, no one else is going to take this as seriously as you are. I'm like, no, but
now, Bill's very
have
thorough.
to. It's like,
Bill's thorough as hell.
it's
I
like
admire you.
it's overboard, but hey, that's, it's like, it's my favorite show ever. And this is going to be documented. I want people to know that, yes, this is genuine. These are my top 10. And it was a hard decision because, God, like we said, there's so many excellent episodes. It's just, what's the culmination of Bill's streaming career? So far.
Hey, Daniel. What's up, Daniel? Happy Festivus. All right, so I'm having
Hails, cheers.
some small batch Elijah Craig.
Oh, hey. Oh, you're going to have a shot with us then?
I'll do a shot.
All right.
Everybody, get the shot. I got my Warriors shot glass.
I pulled out the old butt shot glass.
Butt. Here, cheers, folks. Happy Festivus.
Cheers, happy Festivus. I mean, been a shit year, but hey, tonight's the night we celebrate and just have fun with it. So, happy Festivus.
Oof. Let us know what you watch. Let us know what you have in the chat. If you're having any cocktails, any aperitifs. Is anybody off tomorrow? I wish I was off tomorrow.
I am.
I'm this close to being off tomorrow. So we'll see what happens.
I am. Christmas Eve, man. I take off Christmas Eve every year. I made before I started roofing, I worked at a different job. I made the mistake of working on Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas, and I regretted it all year long. And I said, I missed out on so much. There's just always stuff going on. I got a huge family. There's always parties. There's always something. Had to leave early on Christmas. I was so upset. I'm like, I'm never going to let that happen again. Like, Christmas comes once a year. And ever since then, usually I don't have to. I'm a roofer. We're off in the winter. So I usually don't have to take off because I'm off no matter what anyway. But if I do happen to work, hey, I'll be there any day except for Christmas Eve and day after Christmas.
I'm right there with you, Jordan. It's been a shitty year. I'm happy to see 2025 go.
Terrible year. Terrible.
Leanna's off
year.
for a while. She's been so busy getting ready and cooking. Are you having any cocktails with us tonight, Leanna? Let us know.
Are you having any holiday cheer?
Anybody having any wine, or what do you have? I got wine. I got boozy nog. I got booze, and I got beer. So yeah, it's gonna be rough if I go to work tomorrow. I might just stay up all night. We'll see what happens. All right. So what you know?
I love how you're talking yourself into it. Yeah, I got too much booze here. I think I might think about just taking off.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to figure it out. So what's your number 3?
All right, so here we go. The top 3. So that's why I said that. I want everyone to know these didn't come lightly. I literally 0 hour last night rewatched all 3 of these episodes. I was supposed to be in bed, and I rewatched all 3 of these episodes just to make sure I wanted them 1, 2, and 3 in that order. So number 3 for me is season 6, episode 20, The Fusilli Jerry.
Oh, I didn't have that on my list.
That's
a
the
good
episode
one.
with the ass man.
Ass man. That's Ass Man episode.
Yes, yes. George's mom gets an eye job at the beginning. They tell her she can't cry no matter what. She needs someone to pick. George can't do it. He's got some meeting with Steinbrenner, at the Yankees. So, George, Kramer, he's got that car with the bench seats like you like. He could pick you up. He's like, yeah, as long as I get my license plates figured out by then.
The move.
And he goes to pick up his license plates, and they screwed up. They gave him the wrong ones. His license plates say ass man.
Ass man.
So he puts them on his car. Remember, he's got that car that backfires, too. Every time he starts it, like Uncle Buck. Fucking shoots. So here's the license plate. Ass man. He's driving down the street. Everyone's waving at him. Hey, ass man! He's like, you got that right, buddy. And then when he picks up George's mom, she's she just got her eye job, and he's all giving her a ride, and she's kind of feeling good, like, oh, Kramer likes my eye job. And then remember, someone cuts him off, and he slams on the brakes, and he puts his hand on her. And then,
does the move.
Like, she tells the story later to Frank. She's like, Kramer stopped short with me. He's like, stop short. That's my move.
Kramer. That's my move.
The whole episode, they're talking about Jerry Putty used Jerry's move on Elaine that Jerry used to use on Elaine when they were dating. So it's his sex move. And Putty used it. It's like, hey, I told Putty that in confidence, mechanic talk. Like, he's working on my car and you're just talking and I didn't think you'd steal my move. And then George isn't doing good with his lady in the bed. So he tries to learn the move and he fucks it all up and she thinks it's horrible. So the whole
what was at the end?
Is revolving around
kind of clockwise swirl.
Yes. So that's when it gets to George's mom and he's like, hey, that's my move. He goes storming over to fucking Kramer's. Where's your friend Kramer? Remember, he comes in, Kramer's out there, Jerry's in it. Frank comes storming in the door. He's like, looking behind couches and shit. Like, Kramer's going to be hiding. He's like, where's your friend Kramer? I'm looking for him. He's like, why? He's like, because he stopped short. He stopped short with my wife.
And he does it, too. He's like, he did. Remember, he stopped. He actually did it. He goes, he did my move. Did my move.
He goes, he stopped short. That's my move. And then then Kramer goes walking in. Earlier in the episode, Kramer come walking in. Hey, look what I made for you, buddy. He gives Jerry. He goes, what the hell is that? It's a fusilli Jerry. He took fusilli noodles, pasta, and uncooked, so they're hard, and glued them all together in the shape of Jerry with a microphone. Like he's like, it's fusilli because you're silly. He's like, okay, whatever. So here's this fusilli Jerry sitting on the table the whole episode. Later on, Frank Costanza comes in, storm looking for Kramer. He's like, you stop and show with my wife, you son of a bitch. And they get in a fucking tussle and they start our fight. And the fusilli Jerry falls on the floor. And then Frank falls down and he just, I hear him scream. It went right up his asshole. This fusilli Jerry. So then they had to go to the proctologist. And while they're at the proctologist's office, here's Kramer looking at the fucking pictures on the walls. And he sees all these pictures like boats and stuff. And they all say ass man on them. He's like, He's the ass man, the proctologist.
You're the ass man. He blinks
he comes out. He's like, hey, did you recently have a mishap at the motor vehicle bureau where they screwed up your license plate? Yes, and I'm still waiting for them to figure it out. So you're the ass man. He just winks at him.
He winks at him.
And something I didn't know until recently, that guy who played the proctologist is the same guy who played Amazing Larry in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. The guy who had the mohawk and shit. Is this something you can share with the rest of us, Amazing Larry? That's
wow.
The ass man. So yeah, classic episode, man. I mean, Frank Costanza, besides the normal cast, he's got to be my favorite character. I mean,
he was great.
He's just anything he's in, he's great. Did I ever tell you I had a silver dollar collection? Like anything that comes out of his mouth is fucking gold, So yes, the fusilli Jerry is my number 3.
Fusilli Jerry, good one. So hey, what's up, Matthew? Surprisingly, Seinfeld is a show I've never watched. I may have to check it out. Oh, you got to watch it.
Oh, God.
George's an ass man. I'm right there, too. I'm an ass man, too. I'm right there. Jordan stopped short, and this driver's ed teacher once, and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? You were trying to give him a reach around, weren't you? Kramer goes to a veterinarian.
Oh, Jordan.
Nice. All right. So my number 3 is I forget what number it was for you, but my number 3 is
that was my number 3. Yeah. Oh, the raincoats. Okay, great.
Yeah, I love the face talker. This episode is this is one of the ones the wife and I always watch, so it was near and dear to me for that reason. And she doesn't watch she doesn't watch a lot of TV, so she's anytime I quote television or whatever, she just is like, "There's my husband, the bowl of useless knowledge." So.
It was my number 10. It was my first one I started with. And honestly, I always thought this was in my top 3. All along, I always thought the raincoats was at the very top until I rewatched them all. Like I said, I did like several times.
I should have did what you did because I made this list up ages ago. And I kept saying, I'm going to go back. I should rewatch everything and revise it. I just never did. So this list has been around for a while.
Because honestly, your list so far are all the ones that would immediately come to mind. Those are the ones I would think that those would probably be because they're very memorable. But then when I go back and I watch them, I'm like, I told my wife, I told my sons because they saw me all these many months and shit watching these things. I'm like, I'm going off laughs. I'm going off genuine laughs. Like, like if I'm watching something, all of a sudden I just bust out in a belly laugh. I got to make note of that because, you know what I mean? It's like, and that's what led me to the list I have. But yes, the Raincoats has always been one of my all-time favorites. Look at him. Look at Judge Ryan. Look at Jerry. He's trying, but Jerry's always trying not to laugh.
I like when he comes up to Kramer.
Totally
Kramer's falling back like.
Yeah, he falls down. He's like, "Yeah, I heard about you." He goes, "Oh, Kramer, I've heard a lot about you." He falls down. He's like, "Yeah, I heard about you too."
Hey, what's up, Ryan? What's up, gents and gals? Have we aired the grievances yet? Because oh man, oh dude, if we're actually going to air grievances, I mean, we'll have to do a whole episode on that shit. I'm telling you.
Well, hey man, just air them here as you go. Drop them in the comments.
Yeah, if you guys have any grievances, throw them in the chat.
My main grievance was the year 2025 in a nutshell.
Sucks.
Was my big grievance.
Yeah, I think we're going to do. I'm going to talk to Brett. Probably the next episode, which we usually do. The next episode, which would be our on Sunday, which would be after Christmas, before New Year's. We got to do our year-end recap, and there was a lot of shitty stuff that went on this year. So I'm glad to see 2025 go.
Oh,
it was not good by any means whatsoever. All right, so number 3, we already went over because we don't have to rehash you guys. If you want to know everything about it, just rewatch this episode. So what's your number 2?
All right, my number 2.
I think so far this is the only one we had overlapping was the Raincoats.
Yeah. Oh, so far, yes. Mm-hmm. I know we have one. I know. Your number 1.
There's 2 of them. My last 2, I would think are going to. There's one comment that's going to overlap with what you already did, and I would think one of the other ones should overlap. So we go ahead.
All right, my number 2 is season 7, episode 11, The Rye.
Oh, no,
I had to go with the Marble Rye, man. George's parents.
Oh, yeah.
George's parents and his in-laws meet up for the first time. They go out to dinner, and Frank Costanza, being the comedian he is, I'm going to show these people something about class. He goes and gets a marble rye from Schnitz's. It's out of the way. His wife's like, Estelle's like, why do we got to go over there? It's out of the way. Why can't we go to this place? I'm going to show these people something about class. He's got to get a marble rye.
I knew Leanna because Leanna brought it up before. She's like, yes, marble rye.
Yes. They go there and they bring the bread, and Frank has his whole spiel about they're eating game hen. You had the chicken, the rooster, and the hen. The rooster's having sex with the chicken. Who's having sex with the hen? They're like the rooster's having sex with all of them. That's my voice. The in-laws are just totally these people. So when dinner's finally over and they leave, remember they're driving and Frank's all quiet and stuff. And Estelle notices the marble rye in the car. She's like, we forgot to bring in the
marble rye.
He's like, no, he's so calm and calculated and cold. No, I brought it in. They chose not to serve it. He's driving. Like, what? So what? You took it back? He's like, He's like, it's my bread, and they didn't take it. I'm taking it back. So
you can't do that.
George is like out of his mind. He's so embarrassed.
He's mortified
that he comes up with a scheme with Jerry to somehow get the ride back into the apartment. Well, it just so happens that Kramer that week, a buddy of his who runs a hansom cab, he's the coach on a horse-driven carriage that gives people rides through like Central Park and shit. He's going away on vacation. He's like, hey, you want to take my hansom cab while I'm out of town? You can clean up, man. You can make, $500 a night. He's like, giddy up, yeah. So here's Kramer with the hat on, driving this hansom cab around town. But he also, he went to the Cost Club. It's like Costco, the Sam's Club, the Cost Club. And he overbought tons and tons and tons of food. And he got remember those giant cans of beefarino. He's feeding it to the whole.
Oh yeah, sorry, beefarino, not beefaroni, beefarino.
So the whole scheme is, he's got the hansom cab. He's going to give Susan's parents a night out. It's their anniversary. George is like, I set this up for you. I got you this handsome cab. You're going to go on a ride around Central Park, check out the sights on this. Oh, that's so lovely, George. Meanwhile, Jerry's going to get a marble ride and replace the one that Frank took back, and he's going to get it up in the apartment and put it like, oh, here it is. It's been here all along, and try and play like that kind of game. Well, because Kramer fed the horse beefarino, the horse is shitting itself. I mean, it's just passing gas left and right. And they're on the back of his hands. Oh, my God. Oh, that's so appalling. It's like, let me off. So they barely go around the block, and they come back. Jerry's not even there yet with the rye. He's just showing up because when he goes get to Marble Rye, there's an old lady in front of him. And she goes, I'll have a Marble Rye. You're lucky. This is our last one. He said, wait a minute. Did you say it's your last one? Oh, I need that rye lady, man. I'll give you $20 for it. She's like, no, pass. I'll give you $50 for it. No, like she just won't give it up. So finally, he's out on the street. He's like, I'll give you $200 for it. He's just trying to get this rye. She's like, leave me alone. He just mugs her. He just takes the rye. Shut up, you old bag. Takes it and runs on the block. So he's just showing up with the rye as Kramer's coming back with the parents. So the whole thing's blown. So next thing you know, here's George dangling out like a third-story window with a fishing rod, trying to
get the marble rod.
Meanwhile, Elaine's dating Hot and Heavy, like Leanna said, the saxophone player. And he doesn't. She likes him, but he doesn't do everything. Basically, he won't eat her out, you know. And so at the very end, he's like, "Oh, we're hot and heavy. I think I'm going to add a new, number to my repertoire." And he goes down on her. Now he can't play. He comes back to
play the saxophone.
To have a showcase in front of this record producer, and he can't play a saxophone because his jaw and his tongue are all worn out. Just a class. Everything about that episode is fucking gold. It was so hard. Is that number one? Is that number two? Is that number three? It's in the top three, but so hard. And last night it's number two. So there's one episode I find better than The Rye.
Nice. A lot of these I based on like what I watch with the kids too. So for me, the next two are ones everybody knows, obviously, and one's going to overlap with what Bill said so far. So for me, my number two is, of course, the Soup Nazi. Season 7,
all right,
episode 6.
Classic episode. That one was hard to leave off the list.
This is special for me because I remember showing this to Terrence when he was really young, and Terrence was obsessed with the Soup Nazi to the point where when I went to one of the Monster Manias, he was there. I got a picture with him, and I got a shirt that was a Soup Nazi shirt from him. It was autographed to Terrence, and he still has it to this day.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So, I'm probably preaching to the choir. If you guys don't know who the fuck the Soup Nazi is, even if you're not a fan of Seinfeld, you should know who the fucking Soup Nazi is. So it's basically, he's this guy who has this amazing soup that everybody wants, and to this day, I've never seen mulligatawny anywhere. Has anybody ever heard of the soup mulligatawny?
I never heard of
what the fuck is mulligatawny? I always look for it places. I do. I'm like, is there like mulligatawny? What the fuck is mulligatawny? So long story short, you have to go and order the soup a certain way. You have to stand perfectly straight. Don't say a word.
Yes.
You get up there. You hand the money. You say, large crab bisque.
There's lots of rules.
And you move over.
There's lots and lots of rules.
And you get if not, he'll throw you the fuck out. So there's George. He goes, large crab bisque. Walks over, and he's like, I didn't get bread. You want bread? $3. So usually give it to free.
$2. You want bread? $2.
$2.
Like, $2. Everyone else got it for free. You want bread? $3.
$3.
He like raises the price.
What? Also for you, and she hits the money back right away. You come back 1 year.
Yeah, like hands it back. Yeah, come back 1 year.
And then of course, so then you see later on, they see this armoire that's out, and of course, Soup Nazi's throwing out this armoire, and Elaine wants the armoire. Gets Kramer to sit there and babysit it so she can get it, and he's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "Can you go get me a mulligatawny? Go down to the Soup Nazi, get me a mulligatawny." So she walks in there, doesn't know what you're supposed to do the right way. So she's like,
"No. Remember, she does know, but she's like, I'm not following those idiotic rules." She plays fast and loose. She's banging on the fucking counter and shit.
She does get schooled on what she should do, but she just doesn't give a fuck about it. So she walks in there and she's got her hand, she's looking, she's smacking on the top. And he's like, you can see the look on his face, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And anybody ever tell you?
Does anyone ever tell you remind me of Al Pacino?
Al Pacino instead of a woman. Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ah!
Really? No soap for you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, very good. You know something? Nothing for you.
No soap for you. So of course he doesn't get it. And meanwhile, while Kramer's sitting there, there's these two guys, which you can consider a gay couple or whatever because of the way they act. They see this armoire and they want it. And he comes back. He's like, no, I'm holding it. And of course, they go in Kramer's face and he freaks out. So he's going crazy.
We're taking this armoire. What do you mean you're taking this? My friend? No, we're taking this.
Yeah, who are you? I'm taking this. And so eventually he doesn't stand up, but Elaine does stand up to them. So when she gets long story short, she gets the armoire. What does she find inside his armoire? All the recipes to his soups. So she walks in there with all of them. She's reading them off, and that's the way it ends. He's like, "Oh my god!" He's just like, "You know what? No soup for you."
Because remember the armoire was his.
It's got
Kramer went in there. Kramer's good buddies with this guy. He just hangs out and chats because he follows the rules. Kramer, he's friends with everybody. So he's in there, he's talking. He's like, "You suffer for your soup." He's like, "Yes, nobody understands me except for you." He's like, and he's telling the story about the friend in the armoire. He's like, "This is a terrible story. You know what? I have an armoire, and I will give it to you." He's like, "Really?" He tells Elaine, "Hey, I got this armoire for you." She's like, "Oh my god, where did you get it?" From the guy you callously refer to as the soup Nazi.
And then she goes to thank him.
Yeah.
Well, she goes to thank him, and then he's like, "If I knew it was free, I never would have given it." But then when she opens it up,
I would have smashed it into a million pieces.
And then she realizes she's going through all these papers. And it's all his soups, all the recipes for his soups. She walks in there like king shit, and he's like, "No soup for you."
She said she's reading off the ingredients. 1 cup chopped puccini mushrooms. This is my recipe for wild mushroom. I got them all. No soup for you. Next. Yes. Classic
episode. And this is one like I thought my son would be here tonight, but he's lazy. Because get home. He'll be home tomorrow. But he would have been right up there. He would be like the soup Nazi was just
it would have been nice to have him on for this. And another thing about that, here's another trivia question from what you just mentioned: the two street toughs that stole the armoire. One of those guys was great friends with Pee Wee Herman. John Paragon, he was Jambi. Mecca Lecca High, Mecca Hiney Ho, the head.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
He's one of the street toughs. Yeah.
Hey, hands, Caucasian. Remember when he orders the hands? Yes. He's like, "I got hands. Hey, look, I got hands. Caucasian."
Oh, yes, that's a great
episode. That
was hard to keep off the list.
Cody Snyder, thanks, buddy. $5. Killed that wine. About to start on some whiskey. Better be a cave dweller party after. I'm getting prepared. I'm making a call if Pat does it. Nice. Awesome. Thanks for the $5. I'm this close. It's 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. I don't know if I'm going to make it to work tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Tell them it snowed 6 inches. They're like, yeah, it was early in the day.
That's why it would have been great if the snow that I had today would have been tomorrow. I wish the snow was tomorrow. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
All right. Are we at our number 1 already?
So what's your number 1?
Oh my God, people! I told you how hard this was. This was a long time coming, man, to get to this number 1 right here. Oh, but my number 1 episode of Seinfeld ever, my favorite episode ever, has to be season 9, episode 12, The Reverse Peephole.
Oh,
where Kramer and Newman reverse their peepholes in their door so you could see in and they can't see out.
They can't see out.
Like, well, why would you do that? They're like, so we can prevent an ambush. If someone's waiting inside, we get the upper hand. Well, yeah, but then anybody who walks by can help themselves to an eyeful. He's like, hey, we're comfortable with our bodies. Go ahead. It makes no fucking sense at all. And now, for some reason, in this episode, they never had a superintendent of the building. All of a sudden, they got this guy Silvio, who's a famous actor. Like, he's been in a million things. Like, he was like a bit parts in like everything.
And a lot of things, yeah. He was like a Dick Miller.
Yeah, like so many things. He's one of those guys, like, you don't know his name, but you know him. The second you see him, like, oh, he was in this, he was in that. So he's Silvio, and what are you doing, grievances? You got to get my permission to do this stuff. He's like, I don't get permission to do any of the things I do in my place. Like what? He's like hushes up like all the shit he's done over the years. But he doesn't like Newman. You don't like Newman at all.
You don't like Newman, no.
Meanwhile, Newman's been hitting on Silvio's wife. He's like cheating on this guy's wife. So Kramer's trying to keep the peace so that they don't get evicted together. Meanwhile, they have this buddy, Joe Mayo, who's throwing a big party. We're going to Joe Mayo. He's got a new apartment. We got to get him a house, apartment warming gift. George hits the fan. Apartment warming gift. You got to buy something for everybody for every little thing nowadays. He's like, I'll pick out. Kramer's like, how about a massage chair? That'd be a great gift. He's like, all right, well, I'll find it. I'll find the chair because he has a sixth sense for sniffing out cheapness. He'll find the best deal there is. Meanwhile, him and Jerry are in the coffee shop, and he pulls out his wallet to pay, and George has this giant fucking wallet. I've been there. I've been the days where I had a wallet.
I had one of those too.
George's, but
yeah, ass would hurt.
Where it's like so fucking fat. He's like, George is like, or Jerry's like, look at your wallet. He's like, he picks up a hamburger. He's like, there's more meat here. Showing his wallet than there is here. He's like, I need everything that's in that wallet. He starts going through it. Save the Tigers. Show this at an Exxon station. He's got Irish money. I might go there someday. He's got all this unnecessary shit in his wallet. It's this fucking big. When he puts it in his pocket, he sits on a slant. He's got to take a big wad of napkins and put it on the other side to make himself even while he sits, So meanwhile, Jerry's like, I'm not carrying a wallet anymore. He's like disgusted by how fat his wallet got. I'm just not even going to carry a wallet anymore. And he starts dating this chick, and she's always making him, hey, can you hold this for me? Can you hold that for me? He's like, So Elaine's like, oh, at Peterman, we got this thing called a European carry-all. Basically, it's a purse.
It's a purse.
It's a purse with a strap. He's like, I'm not wearing a purse. It's not a purse. It's European. Oh. Meanwhile, Putty shows up at the coffee shop. He's wearing a fur coat. And Elaine's like, she's all disgusted. What are you wearing? What? It's my coat. They had never dated in the wintertime. All the times they'd gotten together, dated, broke up, it was always in non-winter months. This is the first time she's ever seen him. He's like, what? It's my winter coat. Like, he wears it every winter. So they go to Joe Mayo's party. Meanwhile, George has bought the chair already. It was accidentally delivered to his apartment instead of Joe Mayo's apartment. So he starts sitting on it, this vibrating massage chair, and it's making his back feel fantastic. His back's all out of whack from carrying that giant fucking wallet in his back pocket. So he's been sitting on this thing for days while everyone's oblivious. They think he's still sniffing out a deal. So they go to Joe Mayo's party, and he didn't bring the chair with him. He still wants to sit on it. They're like, so you didn't get the chair yet? No, it's still in transit. So we're giving him nothing? Oh, we'll give him a picture of the chair. So Joe Mayo assigns everybody jobs at his parties. And Jerry kept talking about how last year he assigned me to music. I got jiggy with it. This year they assigned him to make sure nobody puts their shit down without a coaster or something like that. Something stupid and lame. He's like, well, I could handle the music. Like, no, don't worry about the music. We got that handled. Putty's job is make sure nobody taps on the fish tank. No, don't tap on the glass. Elaine's job is take everyone's coats and put them in the bedroom on the bed. So she takes the coats in there and she sees Putty's coat. She hates it so much. She's like, goodbye, Dr. Zayas. Opens up his 8th floor apartment window and just shuts out the window. Right out the fucking window. So then the next day, at the end of the party, Putty comes out. He's like, ready to go, babe. And he's wearing a fur coat. She's like, what the hell? Like, she knows she threw it out the window. Like, how is he wearing this coat? Next day, Joe Mayo is super pissed off at her because that was his coat. He had the exact same fur coat as Putty.
She
She
threw
threw
his
his
out.
coat out the window. So she's making him buy a new coat. And he's like, why? Because you threw the other one out the window? No, because I was in charge of coats. That was my job, and I didn't do my job. So that's why she's mad at him. So meanwhile, like I said, Newman is sleeping with Silvio's wife, and he was going to kick Newman out of the building for reversing his peephole. Kramer talked him into, hey, man, he's a good guy. I'll vouch for him. Okay, since you vouch for him, he can stay. But I'm going to keep my eye on that Newman. Here he's screwing his wife. So Kramer's trying to have a conversation with him as they're walking down the block saying, you got to knock this off, man. I vouched for you. If he finds out you're sleeping with his wife, I'm out of the building with you, man. And as they're talking, he looks up. Newman looks up and says, hey, what is that up there? He notices the coat that Elaine chucked out the window is stuck in the tree. And Newman just takes off climbing the tree. And the best line, my son always tells it to me. It's one of his favorite lines in the whole of Seinfeld. It's like, where'd you learn to climb trees like that? And you just hear Newman's distant voice from up top. The Pacific Northwest. Like he doesn't. There's no explanation. Just that's where he. The Pacific Northwest. Yes. So Newman climbs up and gets the coat. So then Silvio finds the coat and goes, oh, I found this coat from Newman. He's sleeping with my wife. He's like, that's not Newman's coat. He's like, well, whose coat is it then? What about Jerry? He's an entertainer. He's trying to be a pretty boy. Oh, yes, look at me. Look at me. So he's trying to convince Jerry, wear the coat. Just walk down the street. Let Silvio see you wear the coat. So that way it takes the heat off of me and Newman, and then he'll believe it. So there's Jerry walking down the street with this coat. At the same time, he's got his European carry-all, which is a purse. And
he gets robbed.
Guy runs by and steals it. And he tells us to a cop, hey, he stole my European carry-all.
His what? Your
the
what?
cop goes, oh, what? He goes, a black bag with a strap. And then he's like, a purse? Yes. All right, a purse. I carry a purse. Oh, man, it's just a fucking classic episode, man. There's so much going on in that.
Well, yeah, it's like nothing beats Bill's excitement right now.
Yes. I mean, there's just, like I said, I watched all three of these episodes again last night, and by far, that one just comes out on top for me. There's every storyline I love. There's so many great lines in that. Goodbye, Dr. Zayas. The Pacific Northwest. I carry a purse. It's like the part I forgot the part with George where he's got that fat wallet and he's walking across the street and he sees on the lamppost, he sees the little people put the flyers up there and he sees the one learn guitar lessons, first lesson free, and he pulls a little thing off and he opens his wallet up, this giant wallet. He's just trying to push it in there.
And then it all blows.
And then he goes to close it and he's using all his money. And it gets to a point where it's just like you hear this noise. Poof. And all the receipts go flying everywhere. He's like, my receipts! He's trying to stop traffic, so he gives receipts. One of those receipts is the receipt for Joe Mayo's chair, who one by one everybody's backing out of. Elaine's like, if he's making me buy a new coat for him, I'm not chipping on that chair. I'm out. Oh, she's out now, so now we got to split it 3 ways? And then Jerry, he's like, if he don't like my taste in music, I'm not chipping in. So what? Now me and Kramer got to buy the whole chair together? Kramer's like, hey, wait. I think the chair is a great idea, but who the hell's this Joe Mayo guy you guys are all talking about? So George is screwed. He's got to buy this chair, this, I don't know, $250 chair all by himself that he's been using the whole time, and now he lost the receipt because it fucking poofed out. Everything in that episode is gold, man. That's my number one favorite Seinfeld episode of all time.
Nice. It's a great episode. Mine's very uneventful because, like I said, my top 2 are sentimental, probably because of my family, because my family loves Seinfeld. And I had to pick Shit Nazi because it was always special with me and my son. And the last one, it hasn't appeared on my list. It's the reason for the season.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be this. I watched it before. We watch it every year. We have the Festivus board game. For fuck's sake. 10 years ago, I made my own fucking Festivus poll, and every year it's by my Christmas tree. Every single year. Actually, no, shit, I'm wrong. It's beyond 10 years. And people would come over and be like, are you doing some freaky shit? Or you're like, what's with the fucking dancers poll? You and the wife. I go, that's a Festivus poll. That's my fucking Festivus poll. I made one years ago. So every year we'd always have it out, and it's just it's just like tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be at my brother's house, and we'll celebrate Christmas Eve at my brother's house, and we'll be talking about. I always have which I don't, unfortunately, I don't fit anymore. I have a Festivus fucking ugly Christmas sweater, which I'm a little bit too heavy for right now. Well, I'm hoping to get back into it. So Festivus is a big one for us in this house, and it's just like I'm like, it's got to be number one. It's the reason we're even here tonight talking about it.
Yes, it's on my list. It just wasn't number one. Yes, it's one of the best.
It's just it's a little cliche because everybody knows this episode, but to me it means a lot in my family. Like I said, as even my kid, if my parents was here, he'll tell you like when they were a kid, they'd be like, "Why does Dad have this pole next to the tree?" Because they didn't understand what the fuck it was. And I would have this pole that I made
because it requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting.
So what is it? So many years ago, when George was a young kid, I was reaching to grab this doll he wanted, and as I reached for it, another person reached at the same time. As I rained blows on them, I realized there must have been a better way. A new holiday was born, a Festivus for the rest of us.
The way he explains it, and he puts both hands up, like you can just envision this guy with those fucking giant monkey arms.
As I rained blows down upon him,
and as I rained blows upon him. Just picture this double-fisted beating the shit out of some guy who reached for the same doll.
And this has so many, like you said, there's always multiple parts of an episode. So as you mentioned before, this has got the whole human fund in it. It's got Jerry's girlfriend who doesn't look good in certain light. I mean, and you finally find out what the fuck Kramer did for a living. You realize he's been on strike for like 15 years. He makes bagels. I mean, there's so much in this episode. You're like, how do you not like this? This to me, like watching this every year is like watching Rudolph when we watch it every year.
Yeah,
because there's so much in it, and it's just it's a part of what we do every year. Like I'm upstairs doing this, I'm like, I gotta watch the Festivus episode today. It's fucking Festivus.
It's literally a new holiday. It's literally you have Festivus, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. I mean, that's why that's another reason. Like I'm glad I always took off on Christmas Eve because now I have that I can celebrate Festivus and not worry about it. You know, it's like I have a 3-day celebration every single year.
Festivus is on. I'll get the pole out of the crawl space.
Yes. And you hear the tape. He starts playing the tape. Look at this picture you just put. Look at that giant thermos hanging out of Kramer's pocket.
And to this day, if the wife would have came down tonight, but she was in a pissy mood because nobody was helping make cookies but me, because my daughter bailed out, so I wasn't even going to call her. And like I'm sitting there, and it was on, and she'll tell you. Every time we go to a bagel store, what do I always do? I'm like, no bagel, 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 no bagel. Do it every time we go to a bagel store.
You stand outside a bagel shop. No bagel, no bagel, no bagel.
No bagel, no bagel, no bagel, no bagel, no bagel, no bagel.
And you just wait to see the steam pipe break. I was stuck in his schwitz for 3 hours.
And then he's sitting there making the bagel. He loses his gum when he's kneading the dough.
I'm just going to say. And he starts going. He starts trying to look for it, and the boss is watching him the whole time. He's like, "You're fired.
Go. You're fired. You got to go."
Well, he just finally lets him go. Like instead of just saying you're on strike, whatever, you're laid up.
He's like, "You got to go. You're fired."
Just after all this time, he's like, "Thank you," because now he can technically try and get some unemployment, even though in real life it wouldn't work that way. Those are movie.
Happy Festivus, everyone. You know what it is?
It's a Festivus miracle.
So to me, this day this is like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation of Seinfeld to me. You gotta watch it. You gotta love it.
Amazing. It's amazing.
And it's rare that everybody in my family, including my daughter who doesn't even watch the show, knows this just as much as me. Because she knows we watch it every year. Like I said, as a young kid, why does Dad have a fucking pole next to the goddamn tree? And it's actually like it's a curtain rod that I painted silver and mounted it to a base. It's not even aluminum.
I know. I was thinking about getting one this year. I was going to make it myself too. I was just going to go get an aluminum pipe from Menards or Home Depot or whatever, and just get one of those Christmas tree, like you would put your Christmas tree in one of those bases where you screw it in to keep it level, and I was just gonna do that and just set it up, but I never got around to it. I can't believe I don't have a poll. I need one. I need to have.
I can't believe you. I mean, you're a Seinfeld.
Christmas. I need to have a poll.
I'm trying to think back to. I didn't have it at our old house. I made this. I want to say. So I'm here. Next year we're in this house 20 years. So I would say this is at least 18 years old that I made it 18 years ago. At least.
Well, cheers on you. That's good on you, man.
And people would always, because I remember saying, because we'd watch this every year. I'm like, I got to make a fucking Festivus poll. I have to do it. I mean, I can't believe I don't have it.
I just thought of an idea.
I have pictures. I could bring up pictures of my kids in front of the tree every year when they were really young. And to the left, you're going to see this fucking poll. You'll see the pole next to the tree. And everybody's like, what's with the fucking pole? I'm like, don't you guys watch Seinfeld?
Every pole, every picture is nice. It's got Pat. It's got Pat and his kids.
And there's a pole.
It's got Pat. And then all of a sudden one year it's Jordan with both hands on the pole.
Well, that was the best because
in there.
I forget who it was. It was my neighbor, Tim, who passed. And that's where Mike lives in the house now. He watched Seinfeld. He comes over. And this is going probably 10 years ago. He comes in. He's like, "This is great." He's like, I go, "What's the matter?" He's like, "I don't know. You guys do some kinky shit." He's like, "What's with the fucking dancer pole?" I'm like, "It's a Festivus pole."
The dancer pole.
I go, "Why would I have a pole my wife is going to dance on next to the fucking Christmas tree?"
Well, I mean, for someone who doesn't know Seinfeld, exactly. Why the fuck you got a pole?
He's like, "What's with the pole?" He's like, "Okay, maybe it's some kinky shit." I'm like, "No, I wish I could get a."
Speaking of old friends, you got to show that picture I sent you earlier today.
Oh yeah, I would definitely bring it up. Travis sends in $4.99. Thanks, buddy. Twix is the only candy bar with the cookie crunch.
Yes. They're all Twix. That's another classic. That was another one that I was like, it was a content. Oh, and I do my runners up. I got 3 runners up here too. But I got an idea, Pat, for next Festivus. I think we should try and eat some mulligatawny. We should try and get some or make some or cook some, and we try it live on the air.
And have some mutton.
Mutton, that's a different episode. But so is mulligatawny. But we were bringing a mulligatawny.
We'll have a 4-course meal. We'll have a 4-course meal. We can have we have some mulligatawny. We can have some mutton. We'll have a marble rye.
A marble rye. That'd be 3. What would be the next one? What would be the last one? A 4-course meal. 3-course meal. That'd be a 3-course meal. That's all you really got to have.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Mulligatawny, marble rye, and what was the other one? Mutton.
And medium crab bisque. An unpopular pick of the very first episode, The Seinfeld Chronicles, is one of the funniest in the series for him. The dialogue and jokes are so loose and quotable. Look at Travis.
Yeah, it is unpopular because honestly, that's one of my. I said I don't consider any episode of Seinfeld bad, but that very first season is definitely my least favorite. It's
like The Odd Couple. So if I'm like, I like Seinfeld, I could do The Odd Couple inside and out. 5 seasons of The Odd Couple, I can tell you every episode, every plot, and it's the same thing as Seinfeld. The first season of Odd Couple was very different. It was a different apartment, a different layout. There was a different dichotomy, if you want to call it, the way they were interacting and different things were happening. Yeah. And then the second season comes back. They revamped everything. They were in a different looking apartment, and it was classic Odd Couple, just like Seinfeld became totally different after like season 1.
Yeah, season 2.
But
season
it's still
2,
good.
I believe that's when they brought in Elaine and the whole dynamic.
It's still good. It's still good, but it's totally different. Totally different.
And now after Rob Reiner's passing, we find out he was the one they were talking about. Remember the season where they had the show, Jerry, and they got a greenlit from NBC. They were trying to pitch their show. It's a show about nothing, all that.
Show about nothing.
Remember when it got picked up, but then they didn't. They were worried, are we going to do this show? And they're like, yes, we're going to do it. This show needs room to grow. That was Rob Reiner. That was his
Rob
part
Reiner.
Of the show was going to be canceled in those first 4 or 6 I forget what the first season was. It was 4 or 6 episodes. I think it was 6 episodes.
That's why if you notice at the end of every episode after that was Castle Rock Entertainment. That was Rob Reiner's was his company.
Because he executive produced it. Yeah. Because he's like that's what he said. The show needs room to grow. It's like it's very unique, it's very different, and no one's going to get it right away. But if you leave this show on the air, it is going to grow, and you're going to get people coming. And he was 100% right about it. Honestly, me personally, I didn't start watching the show until like 7th, 8th, 9th season, like when they were on live, because I didn't start watching it until they started doing the reruns on Fox, where you'd be watching like Simpsons,
Me too.
and then they would
Me
show
too.
Seinfeld right after. And I got hooked. I was like, oh my God. All it took was, it was one of those best of, like the 100th episode where it was like a clip show where it showed a whole bunch of clips. Because like I said, I was not a fan of Jerry Seinfeld's stand-up at all. I thought he was very unfunny.
Right.
And then I saw that clip show, and my mind was blown. I'm like, oh my God, everyone else on this show is just hysterical. That Kramer guy, I could watch a whole show where it's just Kramer. That guy rules. And then George and Elaine, they all, the rest of the cast.
It was an ensemble cast.
Blew me away.
Yeah, it was an ensemble.
And then it was like, I grew. Seinfeld himself grew on me, because even right away you could tell this guy ain't an actor. He's trying to hold his laugh back in every scene. You know, he's like,
it was like the old Carol Burnett, like the old Carol Burnett show where Tim Conway would always keep a straight face, but Harvey Korman, he'd be biting his fucking lip because he was trying not to laugh.
Yes. Yeah, same thing. But it's like, as it went on, it was like, okay, I get it now. You need Seinfeld. He's the one he's the glue that holds it all together. Like if he wasn't here, these other people would have no reason to be interacting, kind of.
Yeah, you need that ensemble cast. That's what made it. Same thing here. I didn't watch the first couple of seasons. People talked about it, but in the early 90s, before I was dating the wife, early 90s, I was in shape.
Yeah.
I was playing my guitar in a band every weekend. I was working out, and I was just having the time of my life. So I wasn't watching TV. I was always out. And people always say, you got to watch this. Like my brother, who was married, who had a kid at the time. So he would be home watching TV. He's like, you got to check it out. I'm like, I'll watch it. So I started watching the reruns. I'm like, this show's fucking hysterical. He was right.
Yeah.
So probably from like season 4 to the end is probably when I started watching it pretty much religiously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with Friends. I didn't watch Friends from the beginning. I started watching Friends. I actually started to get more into Friends when the wife and I moved in together in '96 is one of the problem, because she watched it. So I watched it more then. And that's when I really got into Friends. Because, you stay at home. You have to stay girlfriend. You stay at home. You don't go out as much. You watch shows. You watch movies and all that crapola until the kids come along, and then then you're bald and fat and broke like me.
That's like my kids. So like my son he'll walk into the room when I watch Seinfeld. He'll see what episode's on, and he'll just shoot a quote at me right from the episode. Like, he knows them inside and out. The only reason they don't sit here and watch them with me anymore is because they've seen them all ad nauseum. You know what I mean? Like, I'll watch them over and over again, and I still love it. They're like, I've seen that 100 times. I don't need to see it again. Yet my older son Joey, his favorite part in any Seinfeld episode ever is the one where George has the toupee. And he's trotting around like his shit don't stink,
And she throws Elaine throws it out the window.
Hates it. Yeah, Elaine hates it, and she's trying to snip it. Give it. And he's fighting, and then she finally rips it off, and she runs to the window. My son's favorite part is what she yells. She's like, "I don't like this thing, and here's what I'm doing with it." She throws it out. And then she wipes her hands all clean. Oh, he loves that. He laughed his ass off every time that part comes on.
Before, remember he got that like kit to grow your hair from like Japan or China, and it smelled so fucking bad.
And
it was like, what's that smell?
And it was the episode where someone on Jerry had his camera as a recording going in the back while he did a stand-up set, and a woman came up and was all like being all sultry into the mic, like, oh my God, this woman. They didn't know it was Elaine the whole time.
No, she's talking dirty. And then he finds out it's Elaine.
George,
and George was obsessed.
She told George only. And she's like, that was me. He's like, that was you? And all of a sudden, George was like in love with him. He was like all hot and bothered. And that's why he was trying to get that hair shit. And it smelled like ass. And so, Elaine's coming? He go wash his
Wipes it all off. So Travis
she's not coming anymore? Fuck, like he wasted. He goes with them back on.
Travis is right. The old man, the classic, when Kramer and Newman are stealing the records off the old man.
Yes.
You are a piece of crap.
Yes.
Who is she? She's stealing all my money. And it's like the fucking third world country woman who's watching them. That's okay. Yeah. She's stealing all my money.
And George was like getting with her. She was like rubbing his head. And he has his shirt off. And the family comes over looking for the records. They got incense burning.
Travis says,
go
my
on all
girlfriend
night,
loves
man. This
Paul
show
Rudd,
is
so I
amazing.
intentionally started the show in season 9. When he shows up, I don't know Monica and Ross were related until... Oh, you're talking about Friends. Yeah, when Paul Rudd shows up... Well, Paul Rudd eventually marries Phoebe. It becomes Phoebe's husband.
I was like, Phoebe was always my favorite on that show. I always liked Lisa Kudrow.
I mean, Paul Rudd was good on that, but I liked when she started dating the scientist who was... Shit. What the fuck's his name? He does he does the voice on The Simpsons. Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria.
Remember, he was like the scientist who goes off to Kiev to
Dude, I barely remember
Dave,
Friends. I watched them all
knows.
when they were on. It was one of those shows I watched every week when it came on new. I don't remember any of them.
I liked him because he was a lot of fun. But I could do, like we did Seinfeld, I could do Friends because that I watched religiously with the wife. That was like our thing. We always watched. Yeah, he went off to Minsk. Remember, he went off to Minsk. Yep.
You had a long journey from Milan to Minsk. Rochelle.
To this day, my favorite Friends episode is probably still the one when they have the bet where they bet who knows more about Monica and Rachel. You know, they bet Monica and Rachel, do they know more about Joey and Chandler? And they make a bet for the apartment, and then they lose.
It sounds familiar.
So
Did they have
lose
to switch apartments?
They had to switch apartments.
Yeah,
but
that one sounds familiar.
the game itself was so fucking great. It was classic. And Ross is doing he's doing like the narrating, and the questions that are going back and forth, just comedy gold. Yeah, Chandler Bong. He's just like, what's the name on the TV guide? He's like, Miss he says it's Mrs. Chandler Bing. He's like, no, not only is it Mr. It's Mrs. Chandler. You know, it says Chandler Bong. He goes, not only Chandler Bong, it's Mrs. Chandler Bong. He's like, come on, what? And she's like,
I used
come
to
on,
watch that show all the time.
What
the
is
only
that?
two
What is
things
the
I
TV
really,
guy?
really remember.
It's like, we steal that thing every week. How do you not know the name on it?
I remember they had a
best is-
naked neighbor across the street. They'd all gather to watch.
The,
Right?
ugly
Wasn't
naked,
there some
ugly,
naked guy across the street or something?
fat naked guy that lived across the street. Yeah, remember they didn't know if he was alive. They thought he was dead, so they made this long ass thing to poke him in the back to see if he was still alive.
Yeah, see, that rings a bell. No, when you mention shit, it pops up, but otherwise I don't think about it. And the other one I remember is this, Phoebe was always singing that, smelly cat, smelly cat.
And who was the one that stole that from her? E.G. Daly was her partner. E.G. Daly. Remember E.G. Daly?
Shit.
That was her partner, the one that stole it.
No, she was, yeah, see, I watched them all like one time when they were on, you know.
Yeah, you got there's some really, it's like Seinfeld. There's
Just
some
like
good
Cheers.
stuff.
Just like Cheers. I used to love
Cheers.
that show. I religiously,
loved Cheers
I
as a
had to
kid.
be in front of the TV for every new episode of Cheers. Loved that show. But I haven't watched them since. I don't remember the episodes, you know, unless somebody brings some shit up and I'm like, oh, yeah, you know.
The best part of the quiz episode is at the very they go back and forth like he goes, at what age was Chandler? How old was Chandler Bing when he first saw when he first touched a girl's boobs? And they're like 17. He's like, no, 24. He's like, thanks, man. Just embarrassed him. And what's Joey's favorite? What's Joey's favorite food? Sandwiches. What's his
Sandwiches.
What did he be when he grew up? He's like a space ranger. There was when Monica was she was playing I think it was field hockey. What was her name? Big fat goalie because she was fat. If you ever watched it, she was fat before she got thin.
Oh yeah.
Courtney Cox.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Space Cowboy. Space Cowboy. It's the best. And then finally,
honestly, the only other two shows that I could probably do something similar to Seinfeld, not as much as Seinfeld, but similar to Seinfeld, would be Three's Company and All in the Family. Because those are my next two favorite shows.
Oh, I could do All in the Family all night long. And Three's Company.
Yeah. Hey, surprise, bitches!
Surprise, bitches!
Look who showed up, this fucking guy.
Yeah, we left early. We all parked here at my office, so I figured, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hop on and see if Pat will let me in, and he let me
Weekend
in.
of Bernie's. Weekend of
All
Bernie's.
right,
He let me in.
he let me in. I will go back and listen to it. I just popped in periodically. So, how did it go? How has it been?
Oh, we had a ball.
Fantastic.
We just talked Seinfeld for 2
Fantastic.
hours, so Bill and I were in our glory. I was drinking Festivus wine. I have Festivus wine.
Festivus wine. What's a Festivus wine?
Yeah.
Yeah. It brings out the best in us.
Brings out the best. Is that red or white, or it's a big mystery?
It's a red wine. When it says this soft, silky, delicious red blend. It's a perfect addition to your holiday party.
Oh man, how much was that? Cheap?
I don't know. The wife bought it for me. Maybe she poisoned it. She hates me.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
You know what?
I won't have to go to work tomorrow. Yes.
I was thinking. I was like,
there you go. My wife. I can't make it in. My wife poisoned me last night.
If I was going to hop in, I grabbed a beer from my boss's fridge. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to have a beer really quick before I get on the road.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Andy, really? He says I have some Stooge news.
This is bad.
Mo Howard's grandson, Michael Moore, passed away at the age of 76. That's so sad.
I can't remember the last time I had a Bud Light. I'm about ready to gag. But
Bud Light.
Oh, yeah.
I had one a few days ago. A guy at work was like, "You want a beer?" I'm like, "Sure." Bud
Light. After the new year, I think we're going to start doing the three. We talked about doing Three Stooges watch-alongs on Discord. We got to do it.
Oh yeah, Abbott and Costello.
That the other day.
We do Abbott and Costello. We do Laurel and Hardy. I know Brett's a big Laurel and Hardy guy. We can do Laurel and Hardy too.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. Before I forget again, I just remembered the other day at work. Remember, we got to try and be consistent, one a month. Tales from the Dark Side, season 2.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. Maybe we pick a certain week out of every month. I know it's not easy to do that, but
no, we can do that.
It's not easy, but we should at least. It's something to go on. You know, at least if you
Friday's usually free for me, so that's fine.
Yeah, Friday's usually pretty good.
Every Friday. I'm good every Friday.
It's like I already called my employer and said he's sick as fuck and not coming tomorrow because I'm pretty close to calling in tomorrow. So let's see what happens.
You're poisoned. Your wife poisoned you. There you go. You got your excuse now.
Bill,
I could have diarrhea after because I'm combining wine and boozy now. So my ass might blow up tonight.
You might have to call in sick.
I have a lot of shit to do. I should because I missed the last 2 days of 24 Slays of Christmas. I'm so far behind the shit. It's ridiculous. I got so busy because work came and then we got 6 inches of snow. So I was outside fucking clearing snow this afternoon. Then I had to go shopping because they're making cookies. And then my daughter bailed out on my wife and I was trying to help her and she hates me. Oh, I knocked over my other pole. And it was it's my other pole.
You can't blame Jordan or Cody on that one.
This is actually this is the one this is actually an official like collectible Festivus pole that I actually bought Terrence years ago.
Don't they make an official
here's
one?
The funny part.
Is
the
Seinfeld
funny part. If the pole would have fell over and then Pat fell over and went, "Oh!" like the silly Jerry, but you fell on the pole. You're going to see the Yes Man.
They don't make a licensed Festivus pole?
Not a full size one, just this one. They have a small. It's this one here because it says Seinfeld and it has and actually there's not. I'll go get it in a second. There's a little small one that it says Festivus pole and when you press the button, it's Frank Costanza talking about Festivus.
You see the pole?
Cougar. My son says your company
Kruger.
stinks.
He calls him Cougar.
Cougar.
You see the pole? Cougar.
Hey, Bill, for the last 48 hours, we have had a song stuck in our head.
Oh, no. Wait.
Oh, Brett froze.
Yeah, Brett froze.
Do you remember the Kenny Loggins song in that movie, Over the Top?
In what? Over the Top?
Over
yeah,
the
of course
top.
I do.
You
of course I
meet
do.
me
Don't.
halfway.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the Festivus, the small Festivus pole. I'll be right back.
Dude, I think my wife's going to kill me.
Only you and I.
They play that song like 5 times in that movie.
Do they really? I haven't seen Over the Top in years, man.
You know what's so funny? And obviously with the Stallone love, this is what was so funny. I've been married, Lisa and I've been married 16 years, and she had never seen Lock Up. So it's like, oh my God, there's a Stallone movie my wife hasn't seen. So we watched Lock Up. Lock Up's good. A lot of people don't like it.
I think I've only seen Lock Up once. Is that the one where he is the guy who intentionally puts himself in prison to break out, but then this guy makes it so he can't break out?
Yeah, Donald Sutherland's the villain that cost him like his job.
Yeah. I only saw it once. I remember it was decent. I don't remember. I really don't remember it though.
I can't see anybody in the chat on that, so hopefully don't mind us. I can't see. I'm on my phone, so anybody saying something, we'll bring back Pat on it because you're on your phone too, right, Bill?
Yeah, that's as I am for every stream I'm on. I don't know. I never see the chat.
You want to somehow try to get together? I can bring you your stuff next week. I'm off Monday through Wednesday next week.
Next week, Monday through Wednesday. I'm off. I'm definitely off Wednesday.
Yeah, well,
I don't
maybe
know
we'll
about the other days yet, but I'm definitely off. I just asked my boss today because I'm off the rest of the week. Some of those guys are working like tomorrow and Friday, but I'm like every year I take off Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas. Ever since I've been a roofer, that's been my rule.
Yeah.
I don't. We talked about it earlier in the stream when you weren't here, but I'm like those are every year. Those are my 2 days off, no matter what, regardless. And I also always take off New Year's Eve because I always have people over for New Year's Eve. Craig, Alan, they usually come by. When my kids were born years and years ago, you can't go nowhere where you know how it is. When you have little kids, you can't go out. So I started a tradition where, hey, I can't leave the house for New Year's, but anyone who wants to come by is welcome. Sometimes there's 1 or 2 people here. Sometimes I have a fucking place full of people. You know what I mean? It varies every single year. But every year, anyone who wants to come by is always welcome on New Year's Eve. So I'm always off New Year's Eve, Wednesday.
So here's my There's a little collectible Festivus poll. To see the small little one, and when you press, I hope it still works. Let's see.
Looks like a pen.
Wait. Is that? Let's see what the other one is. Hold on.
I got a lot of problems with you. Same one. I got a lot of problems with you people.
Oh, I forgot there's multiple buttons. Hold on. Here it is. There's that one. There's this one.
Yeah.
I think there's one.
We talked about that. As I rained blows upon him.
Yep.
We forgot to mention, like when he said, he goes, all right, now it's time for the airing of grievances. Kruger, my son tells me that your company couldn't smooth a silk sheet if it. I lost my train of thought.
Am I crazy?
No, couldn't smooth the silk sheet if you had a date with a hot babe who. I lost my train of thought. He says a hot babe.
You guys did your top 10 episodes. Did you figure out which ones of your top 10 had the most amount from one season?
Oh, that's a good call. I have it written here. Let me see.
I don't know because it seemed when I popped in every once in a while when I turned on the stream, and including We're the Devils, the face painter, that's season 6, and then every time I popped in, you guys had season 6 episodes too. So
I know I'm very Heat season 9 and 8 heavy. I know that.
I only have one here, season 6, and that's the Jimmy. Jimmy likes Elaine.
Yeah.
That's my season 6 one. I don't see season here.
I think season 8 would be my winner because I have 4 episodes from season 8.
I think
I have the pothole. The pothole was season 8. The chicken roaster was season 8. The Bizarro Jerry was season 8. And I thought there was one more. Well, maybe there's only 3. But still, 3 is more. And then season 9, though, is my number 1, the reverse peephole. The Strike, Festivus, that was season 9.
Well, I got an idea for you guys next year then. You rank your seasons then. That would be next Festivus.
We can do that. Yeah, I think the only 2 that overlap, I only have 2 that overlap. I have 2 from season 2. The Deal, which is obviously Elaine and Jerry dealing with having sex, and the Chinese restaurant. Seinfeld Patio for
Huh?
Pat, I just realized I forgot. Going back over my list, we never did the runners up. I have 3 runners up listed here.
I didn't write down runners up, but I think we talked about enough of them. So, but what was the ones you wrote down?
Bud Light.
All right, my runners up are again from season 8. So season 8's got to be my season. Season 8, episode 4, The Little Kicks, where Jerry has to start bootlegging movies for Kramer's friend. Remember they go to the movies together, and the guy's bootlegging it, and then he gets a stomach ache because he eats all that candy. So he's like, "Take my camera." And Jerry's like, "I'm not taking the camera. Are you nuts?"
He becomes like a director. He loves him. Yep, they love it. They love how well he directs.
And then they all love. He like shot it so beautifully that everyone loves him. But that's the same one with The Little Kicks, where George goes to the party with Elaine, and she's like, when she's still president of Peterman's, and she's like, "All right, everyone, let's get this thing going." She starts dancing. She does her fucking stupid dance with the little kicks, and everyone's like, "Oh, like appalled." Like George calls it what does he call it? A dry heave set to music. A full body dry heave set to music.
That's her dancing. Yeah, that was so. That all. Like quick side note. So at my wedding, we had my wife's her roommate when she moved out of her house. Her roommate was her I could berate her cousin because she doesn't watch this. Her cousin Ray Ellen, who used to date my cousin years ago, which is a whole nother story of how I started dating my wife. So they lived together, and so at my wedding, she's at my wedding. And so unbeknownst to us, we hired a videographer to video our wedding. So we're watching it back, and he's panning the dance floor as everybody's dancing at the wedding. And there's her cousin, Ray Ellen, dancing with her father. And I'm like, oh, my God. She's like, what? I'm like, it's fucking Elaine. She was dancing just like Elaine.
On purpose, or she just couldn't dance?
She was just dancing. And she's like, oh, my God, it is. No. She dances she was dancing just like Elaine, like a dry heave. It was hysterical.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
that's great.
It was just like a moment. Like I'm watching. She's like, my wife, Ken's like, what's the matter? I'm like, oh my God, your cousin dances like Elaine fucking Bendis.
And remember in that episode, like Elaine couldn't figure out why everyone at the party was like upset again, like not talking to her or whatever. It's because they all saw how shitty she danced. They were making fun of her behind her back, and she's like, something happened. Something happened at that party. She's like, it was George. I bet you had something to do with George. It was George related because he was there. And he had nothing to do with it. It was her dancing. But because of that, she's telling that one girl that George kind of had a thing for. And she was like, fuck you. Once she found out, she's like, stay away from George. He's a bad influence. He's a bad influence. Now she has a thing like, ooh, George. He's a bad influence. Remember when he's trying to play up the bad boy? He's like, yeah, I'm a bad guy. I'm a real bad man. He's driving the car as his dad's car and shit. He's got fucking Metamucil in the back seat or whatever. And remember that's when he tries. Like all of a sudden she comes to terms like, oh, it's my dancing. That's why. All right, hey, don't worry about it. You can date George. And she's like, no, she didn't want to. She's like,
no, she didn't want him because he wasn't the bad guy.
That's how he tries to get her back. I'm a bootlegger. Oh, I can do hard time for this. He's like pretending like he's the bootlegger and he gets arrested. Remember? In the end scene where Frank comes to pick him up at the police station. Who put my son up to this? He's not clever enough to hatch a scheme like this. And he blames it. Was it you? And he blames it on Elaine. And then they get in that fight. You want a piece of me? Come get it! That's where it pauses. We're about to take swings at each other.
I assume you guys both had Soup Nazi, right? That's a famous episode.
That was my number 2.
Pat had Soup Nazi. I didn't have Soup Nazi, but it is a classic episode.
The one that sticks out to me is that marine biologist one. I'm sure that's got to be somewhere on one, right?
That wasn't on either one of our lists, but that's a good one.
That's another good one. We need a marine biologist. You're a marine biologist. No, I'm not. And then remember, he's sitting there telling the whole story in the diner about everything. And I finally got it out. And this was what it was. It was a golf ball because Kramer, they were all fucking hitting golf balls.
Because that's how the episode started. Was with Kramer hitting golf balls into the ocean. It was the first scene you see. And that's what ties it up in the very end. He pulls the golf ball, hole in one. Oh, was it a Titleist?
He's like,
he got a hole in one in among a whale. All right, so I got two more honorable mentions.
Can you read that?
My next one is from season 7.
I like that.
Yeah, my boss gave it to me a while ago. Sorry, finish up, Bill. Sorry.
And dog beers. I only had one. That is a good one. All right, season 7, episode 19, The Calzone.
Oh.
Where George gets Steinbrenner hooked on eggplant calzones.
He gets hooked up the calzones. Yep.
Yeah, and then he's telling Jerry, he's like, yeah, every time I put $1 in the tip jar, the guy never sees me. He's like, oh, so you feel like you're not getting represented? He's like, yeah, I put it in there. If he doesn't see it, it's like I never gave him a tip, you know? So he goes, and here's a little something for you. And he throws like a 10 in or something, like something big to show him, like, yeah, here's a good tip for you. And the guy, he turns his back, he doesn't see it. He's
Turns his
like,
back.
So he tries to take it out and do it again. Hey, you steal my money? He goes, get out of here. You never come back. Now he can't get the eggplant fucking calzones for Steinbrenner, and Steinbrenner wants him. So he's got to hire Newman to go pick him up for him on his route. But he doesn't work on that day because it's raining. He doesn't work in the rain. Remember, he's like, what do you mean? That's the post office creed. Through sleet, or through rain, through sleet, through snow. It's the first one. I was never big on creeds. But also in that episode, you had, that's when Kramer was cooking all his clothes. He was warm. Remember, he put them in the dryer, and then he ran out of quarters. So he started putting them in Jerry's oven and warming up his clothes. And then when he went there, he had to go pick up the calzones because Newman was off because of the rain. And remember, he had all those pennies. He was counting all those pennies and trying to trade him in. So he had all those fucking pennies. He goes, don't worry, I got it. He goes to buy the calzones with pockets full of fucking pennies. And he shows up. He's like, hey, that's a pretty big fucking oven. And he has the guy put his shirt in the oven. And the guy burns it. There's like holes in it. It's all burnt. He's like, you burned it. He's like, what the hell do I know about cooking a shirt? And he goes to pay, and he's got pennies with piles of pennies. You can't pay with pennies. Get the fuck out of here. He kicks him out. Oh, man. So no one gets the calzones.
Calzone.
I should have wrote down. I can think of so many other ones, but while you're doing, I'll think of a good one.
Well, that's also where Jerry has the beautiful girlfriend, remember? And you get him out of anything. Like they go to the movies sold out. See what you can do. She goes over there and gets him 2 tickets to the sold out movie. Remember, he's going like 100 on the expressway. The cop pulls him over. He's like, how fast do you think you were going? He goes, I was going way over 100 at one point. And then he takes a look at the girlfriend. Oh, he just keeps getting out of like everything because he's got a hot girlfriend. Meanwhile, Elaine is dating that guy who's getting dates because he's doing like shitty questions, like, oh yeah, Dustin Hoffman was supposed to be the lead in Star Wars. She's like, get the hell out of here. Dustin Hoffman ain't in Star Wars. I bet you if I lose, I'll take you out to dinner. And of course he lost. So and she's like, it's a date. That's not a date. I just lost the bet. The next thing you know, you see like they're meeting his parents and everything. He's like, what is that? He tries to kiss her and good night. What the fuck? No, it's just because, So he keeps, and at the end, that guy hooks up with Jerry's girlfriend and they go off together.
What's the sky?
No, that's not a troll, Jordan. That's Joe Boo.
That's Joe Boo. Pat,
So
ever show you this in the office? Sorry.
Oh.
Troll 2, Jordan? Troll 2?
Dushku.
I gotta put her back. She goes back here.
Oh, it's right. Yeah, remember Elaine dated a guy named Joel Rifkin?
Yes, Joel Rifkin. She wanted to change his name to, what she wanted him to change his name to?
What was that?
It was a popular sports player at the time. Dion. How about Dion Rifkin?
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good. Dion Rifkin?
Andy, you
all
know
right,
who
so my
Joe,
third runner-up.
You guys don't know who Joe Boo is? Come on, doesn't somebody watch his Major League?
Wait, nobody knows who Joe Boo is?
Joe Boo, Major League.
Yeah, I know. Bill, even you would know Joe Boo.
Yeah, Major League was a good one. I'm not so familiar with Major League 2, but Major League 1 I saw a million times back in the day.
It's an acceptable sequel.
Dun, 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 you make my heart sing.
You miss
all right, so my third runner-up.
You make everything embarrassing.
And this one just barely.
Which one was
my
it?
third runner-up, this one barely made the list. This was almost my number 10. But the Raincoats edged it out. The Merv Griffin Show. Season 9, episode 6.
The Merv Griffin
Jerry
was good.
and Kramer are walking on the street and they see the dumpster and Kramer looks inside. It's the whole set from the old Merv Griffin show. And he sits up in his house. It up in his apartment. He starts dressing in a suit like he's Merv Griffin. And every time Jerry or Lane, anyone comes by, he has them sit in the chairs and he interviews them like they're a guest. He plays the music.
I like that. He's like,
Jerry here.
Look at the camera. He's like, what camera?
Yeah. He's like, where's the cameras? And it's the same one where George ran over the squirrel. First, he ran over the pigeon, and his girlfriend was appalled. He said, "We had a deal. They're supposed to get out of the road when you drive past them. It's how it goes." And then so the next time he swerved to avoid pigeons and ran right over a squirrel. So then he had to pay all that money to have the
to help
surgery
the
done. Yeah, and then he had to take it into his house and shit. He's like, "I want to get rid of the squirrel." Kramer's having the Merv Griffin show, and he invites that animal expert on. The animal expert shows up with like a fucking hawk and shit, a falcon, and then he comes to try and give. Hey, look, I got the squirrel. Hey, hawks eat squirrels.
And the look on Kramer's face and Newman's, because they're like, yeah, because it's like a shock thing. They try to be like, we need a new angle, and they try to do like a Jerry Springer type thing.
He's like, they start talking to each other, Elaine and Jerry. He's like, we're talking this way. Like you're supposed to face the host and talk, And then it's also the same episode where Jerry's dating that girl who has the vintage toy collection. And he wants to play with it, the old G.I. Joe and shit. She's like, no, those are vintage toys. You can't touch those. They've been unopened, they've been unplayed with. They're collector's
items. They give her
items.
turkey and wine to make her fall asleep.
Yeah, he gives her the fucking drowsy medicine. May not cause drowsiness. May cause drowsiness. And then they start cooking her turkeys because it has tryptophan. He's like, more turkey and heavy gravy. He started inviting George come by to play with the toys. Then Elaine comes by, and then because they have an easy bake oven. And then remember, Elaine at the same time has that coworker, the Seidler, who keeps showing up right next to her, like he's super quiet, and he keeps showing up and getting credit for her work.
Guys.
Yeah. So she gives him Tic Tacs, so that she can hear him coming, and she knows the Seidler's coming. And then Peterman's like, "What is that infernal racket?" And he gets super pissed off and like, "If I hear that sound one more time, everyone's out on their ass." So she goes and finds him and like, "Stop! They're turning your teeth green." She just makes some shit up. And so, like, he's like, "What else?" He's like, "The only gum I ever liked was the one that came with the Mickey Mouse gumball machine, but they discontinued that in the '60s. You're in luck, my friend.
You're in luck."
Fucking Jerry's friend has a vintage one, and they drug her again. They got boxes of wine. They got fucking more turkey with heavy gravy. They're just she's sleeping. They're all playing with her toys.
What was the one episode? I'm trying to blank on the season, but when Jerry's dating the girl who likes to be naked all the time.
Yeah,
I think I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
And she's like opening the beer, and he's just like there's good naked and there's bad naked.
Getting repulsed by her.
And then he starts getting naked, and
she's good naked, but there is bad naked. George is like, "There's no bad naked." He's like, "Yeah." When she like tries to open a jar, suddenly all these muscles you've never seen before spring to life.
You see her like, and then he's like, "Well, I should get naked." He
tries to reverse it. He comes out asshole naked with a tool pouch on and a belt sander. She's just disgusted by him.
Disgusted by him.
She looks at you. Remember, he starts like in her imagination, he's a chimp. Like, like I said, there's not a bad fucking show in this whole series, man. Great show.
Oh yeah, we could do.
I'm glad we finally did this, man. We've been talking about this since I known you. I'm glad we finally. And like we just proved, there's so much more to talk about.
Box of wine. Cody and Jordan are on the scene. Who had the box of wine? They sent the picture in the chat. Somebody had a box of wine, didn't they?
I think that was Jordan. Hey, if you guys are going to be up late, or I don't know if you are, I'm going to get on the road so I can get home. I'm about a half hour away from home, so let me get on the road here.
All right, cool, Brett. Yeah, safe travels, man. I'm glad you popped in though.
Oh, you're at work. He's
at his office.
Yeah, I left. We left during the second intermission because it was before Christmas Eve. We're like, sure, let's just go. It was only 2-1. It was a low scoring game, but I was like,
where Brett's at?
Here. So
Brett's in Elk Grove Village. Back when there used to be the Loop. Remember the Loop 105.9? I remember they'd be like, rocking all the way from Chicago to Elk Grove Village. Like they'd always put a different town. It was like rocking from Chicago to Orland Park. And remember they'd go, rocking from Chicago to Elk Grove Village.
Right down the street from Microphone. Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Great brewery. You were right. It is the Sound Growler of the North. It totally had the same vibe, just as good beers. Like like the same kind of type of beers.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Sister Studio. Did you have that one? The collab with
with
Top and Goliath,
which is a great brewery, as we know. They make good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had that. When Pat went there, Bill, it was when they had the tap takeover all the barrel aged beers from like all these breweries. So Pat and I probably could have stayed there for a long time, but then we drove to the city, which was even.
I was there for a few hours. Me and Craig Ubered there, so I got fucked up.
And Jordan said, "Just drive video chat, Brad. I do it all the time."
In the dark.
So does Joe when he's on his way to Dallas.
What we'll do is we'll get because it's 3 minutes to midnight here. 3 minutes to midnight.
You got to go one more minute then. Yeah, I was gonna say you got to go one more minute then.
You meet me
halfway.
Hey,
John, my kiss brother in arms. Merry Christmas, Pat, Brett, and Mr. Stein. Make Santa Claus be good. You too, brother. And I'm going to reach out to you after the first of the year. We'll do a stream. I don't know if you watch it tonight, John, because I don't have regular TV tonight. So for you Kiss fans, they aired the full episode, the full Kennedy Center Honors tonight, where Kiss and Stallone they all get they. So tonight was the night that they aired it. So I don't have regular TV. So they didn't. So I don't have Paramount. So I'm gonna have to watch it over the weekend. So I don't know if you watched it or not, John.
I have Paramount.
I will be watching it.
You have to check it out.
I'll tell you what. Paramount is worth the money, just for South Park and Beavis and Butthead alone. Those two shows pay for it right there.
Yeah, I get it for Landman and Tulsa King. So Landman, Tulsa King,
there's really good shit on Paramount. But just if I was just paying for South Park and for Beavis and Butthead, I'm happy. But there's so much more on Paramount than just that. You know, there's a lot of good shit on there.
Yeah, Bill got me to watch that Beavis and Butthead movie again, the second one.
when like you said, when they had those robotic arms and they were fucking jerking off with it. They were up for like 17 hours straight. Oh, yeah, they had like 2 arms on it.
No, wait. You want to talk? Do you watch The Big Bang Theory? Are you a Big Bang Theory guy?
I used to
know that more than Seinfeld, which is
the episode when Harold. No, is it Harold? Why am I drawing a blank on it? The one geek that works for NASA.
Across the sky.
Who's the one that works for NASA?
The one geek that works for NASA.
They're all geeks. Remember,
I don't remember, dude. It's
creates
just
a robot.
Cheers. I watched them all once.
Creates a robot to jerk him off, and the arm gets stuck. It's stuck to his dick, and he's got to go to the hospital. And he's got the fucking robot arm stuck to his dick.
I know which guy you're talking about.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank because I think I'm getting drunk now at this point. So, but remember, he gets the arm stuck to his dick. He's called all his friends like, I don't know what to do. He's like, he's got this arm because it was giving him a freaking it was jerking him off.
Yeah, and see right there, if that would never happen if it wasn't for Seinfeld doing the contest. You know, that's what opened the door to that kind of humor being accepted on television.
Hold on,
excuse me.
Crazy.
One Bourbon County and a beer, and then a beer here. Ooh.
Oh. It was Howard. I'm thinking Howard.
Howard, yeah, Howard, yeah.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend had the high voice with the glasses.
Oh, she was cute as hell too. My God, she was cute.
Oh, that's your buddy.
And then the other chick was
the hand job
was the chick from Blossom.
That was the girl from Blossom, yeah. What's her name?
Supposedly she's a genius and shit. She has like an insane IQ.
Wait, the chick that's in Blossom, the main chick?
Yeah, that's Mayim Bialik. Yeah, she's the girl who was Blossom, and there she's like the super smart person. In real life, she's the same way. She's like a genius in real life.
In real life, she's like a fucking genius, a bona fide genius.
And of course, it all ties together as we're bringing this up because who is Johnny Galecki? Johnny Galecki is Clark Griswold's son in Christmas Vacation.
Yes, he is.
Yes. And here's a more trivia for Seinfeld for you.
We know that.
Here's some more trivia for you for Seinfeld. Remember the episode where there's where they get the card for Mr. Steinbrenner for his birthday or whatever, and all the Yankees sign it, but then Kramer takes it and gets it framed and sells it to that guy at the sports memorabilia shop.
It's got all the Yankee signatures on it.
Yeah. And remember, there's like it's like there's a little kid in the hospital, and like someone buys it for him, and he has it on. Kramer has to go there and try and get it from him. He's like, oh, if he hits 2 home runs in a game, he gets the card back.
He gets the card back.
That little kid was from Village of the Damned. In the movie Village of the Damned, that was the same little kid, the main kid that like was the smart one that was talking to Christopher Reeves and shit. Also, that kid went on to play John Connor in that Terminator series, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. That's the same fucking kid.
Well, I didn't watch that, but I know what you're talking about. Wow, I didn't know that. And we just watched Village of the Damned a couple months ago. We just watched it.
Yeah, that's the same little kid, man. He was in 2 episodes of Seinfeld. He was in that one. And I think he was in one of the ones with Mickey, where Cranfield had the little friend, midget friend Mickey. And I think he was like on one of the shows he was standing in for or something like that.
The midget friend Mickey. I got gonorrhea.
Yeah, dude, Mickey. Mickey's another one of those characters that was like here and there, but anytime he was in it, he was fucking gold and shit. Yeah, gonorrhea.
What'd you get? Syphilis. I got gonorrhea.
He's smoking a cigarette. They're like the burning I got. And they're like gonorrhea. And then he got typecast. They want him to do gonorrhea every time. So the next time Mickey had cirrhosis of the liver, and he put the yellow makeup on, and then Kramer showed up with the yellow makeup on. He's like, "What are you doing? I thought you had gonorrhea." Well, we'll see how it goes. He's trying to steal Mickey's bit because he didn't want to be typecast. They were both yellow, and they start fucking fighting. And big lanky ass Kramer fighting little midget Mickey. It will never not be funny.
We could actually do like a whole episode on people that were in there that went on to bigger things. You remember the episode where they was trying to sell all the old man's records, and Bleecker Bob, Bleecker Bob's was actually was true that there was a record store on Bleecker Street in the Village in New York called Bleecker Bob's. I used to go there years ago. It's since been closed. And who played Bleecker Bob?
Oh, wait. I know. Don't say it. From Saw, right?
Tobin Bell.
Tobin Bell.
Yeah.
There's so many people that wanted to bigger and better things, and you got to remember, like we just talked about the episode with the dentist, where Jerry was under, and who was the dentist, but Bryan Cranston, who went on to bigger and better things with the Breaking Band. There's so many people that were there. He was on
like so many episodes of
so many people that were on that show that became much bigger after the show.
Was that before Malcolm in the Middle?
Tim Wiley had the party?
It was before
Tim Wiley had the
Middle.
party, and he didn't invite Jerry, but Jerry didn't know if he wasn't invited. He invited Kramer, Elaine, George, and Jerry's like, "Oh, I just assume I'm invited." He invited all you guys. They're like, none of them wanted to go with Jerry just in case he wasn't invited. And then remember, Jerry knocked that fucking little thing of the Eiffel Tower down and hit the Woody Woodpecker fucking balloon and popped it. He's like, "You weren't even invited. You're a troublemaker." Ha 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 ha.
Well, you also remember, who was the girlfriend? Oh, that was the Virgin. It was she was the maid on Frasier. On Frasier. Yeah. She was the one that was the Virgin. There was so many people that were on that show that went to something much bigger than the show. And that could be another whole episode.
John F. Kennedy Jr.
Yeah, JFK. We could do a whole episode on that.
Well, how about that? How about next Festivus? It's on the side characters, and we eat a bowl of. We each gotta somehow make or get a bowl of mulligatawny while we talk about it.
We gotta get some mulligatawny.
Yeah, that's
mulligatawny.
Like
we talk about all the best side characters.
Even for all TV shows, that's kind of a good topic. Best guest starring appearances on TV shows.
Medium crab bisque.
Medium turkey chili.
Yeah. You're pushing your luck.
Like you never heard of any of these soups other than that show. Like you said, what the fuck is mulligatawny?
I was like, what the fuck is mulligatawny?
It's an Indian soup. If you look it up, I remember Googling it at one point, and it said it's an Indian soup.
Jordan says, Jesus Christ, Brett, go to fuck home. We'll be partying after for a while.
Okay, yeah, I'm about ready to leave. I just got to take some painter's tape off or something. So
he's got to sniff some glue. He's got to go sniff some glue.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, Brett, just remember, while you're on your ride home, meet me halfway across the sky.
I'm not going to be calling on the phone like if Jordan wanted to do that.
So, you mean you're not going to pull a Joe Bodie and drive to Dallas and tell us you'll be there in an hour and a half, and then an hour and a half later say I'm an hour and a half from Dallas?
I procrastinate enough. I'm not going to do that.
I know what it is. It was the 50th anniversary of Texas Chainsaw Stream.
All right, so folks, let's call this, and then we can do a little after party thing. So for those that have been following my 24 Slaves of Christmas, I apologize. You might get a 3 for after Christmas because I have had 0 time to do my episodes.
Now, a couple of times this season you've done a 2 for. This is the first 3 for, I think.
You're gonna get a 3 for probably the day after Christmas. You guys don't realize how hard it is to do something every single fucking day.
I know how hard it is, Pat. And when you told me you were going to do it, I said, "Why would you do that to yourself, brother?"
I did it for a thing. I did it for Christmas. I did it. It's fun actually doing it, but trying to find the time. After like a week, I was like, oh, dude, what the fuck did I get myself into? I don't have time for that.
I know, man. I know.
So the last 3 episodes are going to be a 3 for.
Figure out something you can do once a week next year.
Well, I got to do like the Agnet guys do. They do like the 31 days of October. They recorded like the summer. I have to start getting that.
There you go. There you go.
So for the last 3 episodes for 24 Days of Christmas, you'll get them after Christmas. It'll be a Christmas gift because I don't have the time to do it.
All I know is Mark Zuckerberg up on your shelf just looking forward to your next 31 Days of Christmas. 24 Slaves of Christmas.
All right, folks. So we're gonna get the hell out of Dodge because we're gonna go hang out for a little bit because as far as I know, I'm still going to work. So let's see what happens.
You ain't going to work. Are you out of your mind?
We'll see. So everybody, thanks again. We'll do it one last time.
It's a Festivus miracle.
Hope you guys enjoyed your Festivus. You aired your grievances. You had your feats of strength. You sang some Juice Newton and some Sheena Easton.
Yes.
And so this is it, folks. So everybody have a great, if you celebrate Christmas, have a great Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, you have a great Hanukkah. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, if you're a Scientologist or Church of the Fonz, or we just touch yourself. Just everybody have a great holiday
Church
season.
Of the
Fonz. So have a great holiday if you celebrate, and we'll be back again. So today is Tuesday, so we'll be back on Sunday, which will be our year-end recap. And there's gonna be probably an emotional episode because this year sucked. It really fucking did. I can't think of one good thing. The only good thing I had that come out of this year was probably going out to Denver and hanging out with my cousins and having fun in Denver. And even then, I ended up in the back of a fucking police car at the end of the week, so it was fine. So
yeah, there were a few nuggets. Me and my wife got to go hang out at Flashback Weekend and go out to dinner with Brett and his wife. That was one of the fun moments. Flashback Weekend was a really good fun time. But yeah, the bad tremendously outweigh the good.
I mean, we lost some. Yeah. I mean, not to get into it. Like me losing Ozzy really fucking killed me. Losing Ace really fucking devastated me. So we'll do a year-end recap and we'll go there. We'll probably be drinking then too because it's gonna be rough. So everybody have a great week. Have a great holiday. If you're going out tomorrow, please be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Just we want you guys back on Sunday. If you haven't subscribed. Or do me a favor, like the chat, like this if you liked it. If you're a Seinfeld episode, if you're not, still Festivus. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck is wrong with you? We don't hurt anybody. I might touch you, but that's a different story.
It's free. What's free these days? It's free. You have no obligation. People think that if they get subscribed, they're looped into some bullshit. You're not looped into anything. All that means
you can loop into bullshit, but you don't have to.
Pat's going to show up in your feed every time he puts a new video. That's all that subscription means. And you get all the benefits of joining us, talking shit, laughing. See all those little quotes on the bottom? That's what you get when you subscribe. You get to do that stuff. There's no obligation. It's free. Why wouldn't you do it? Do it. Do it.
So do it now. Do it now. So you guys, please, everybody, safe holiday, and we'll be back on Sunday. Everybody, so thanks again. Had a great time. So you hang out, Bill. We'll talk afterwards, and everybody have a great few days. We'll see you on Sunday. Later.
Merry Christmas.